excellent piece of running to diffuse, nullify the pressure. That's a great way of playing this little period here. Keep it simple, call early, and run for your life.
Every time Afghanistan registered victory, particularly in the chase, running between the wicket has always been vital. That's what they did against Pakistan in Chennai, against Australia in the T20 World Cup.
Gurbaz for Afghanistan's cause must not rush this innings. He's got to start 20 of 25. And he can worry the opposition with his presence at the crease. No need for big slogs and taking risks at this stage. Afghanistan off to a nice start. You know, to overall that target, you need partnerships. And a partnership of 50 from the openers can lay out a great foundation. Bangladesh, on the other hand, have got to feel better than that. That really should have been stopped. Rishad there messing it up.
Also, Afghanistan will be thinking about that phase from over number 20 to 35, where ball starts turning and gripping. They feel that ideally it's first 20 overs where they can capitalize on with bat in hand. That will turn sharply. It's gripping, it's turning.
Yeah, at times the new ball does grip and turn. Bangladesh need to calm down as well. I mean, we saw Afghanistan to be just a little bit over the top in the first 10 overs or so. They were so eager to get the result.
Good.
In a tense situation, they tell you to keep it simple. Make sure that you look after the process and the rest will follow.
What a stroke. Good shot. It's a soft outfield. That's a brilliant piece of work in the outfield. With good boy in the outfield.
A block, he slided, skidded, and got the ball back into play. Excellent work.
He's not on the edge of the boundary ropes. He's around 6 to 7 meters inside, out towards Sachin Tendulkar's stand.
Yeah,
that's one goal. End of the over, 38 without loss, Afghanistan. Afghanistan off to a solid and stable chase, 38 without loss. Nahid Rana to continue, run for 6 in 3 overs. Solid in defense, Siddiq Atal.
Yeah, it's pretty tall. Siddiq Atal adjusted well to that length. He's pretty tall. We're talking about a 6'2" frame. Willowy, lithe and willowy, not filled up yet. Nice rhythmical run up, good approach to the stumps, high arm action, and then he lets it rip. Not a lot of jump, but it's a great follow through. Force of his body taking him towards the stumps, towards the target.
He's the real tiger. For Tigers, that's the trophy they are playing for. Etslab Cup 2024 between Afghanistan and Bangladesh here at the historic Sharjah Cricket Stadium. Now it's going to bowl from round the wicket to left-hander. Short mid-wicket in position. Nicely turned away early onside. Bit of a hesitation. Gets a single.
That's a good run. That's a good ploy. 150.9 kph that last ball. This is terrific stuff. It's a right and left hand combination. So now it's over to Gurbaz and over to Naid Rana to make sure that he gets his bearings right against the right-hander. But what a sight. 150.9 kph. So we commentators need to be invigorated as well, and here's an opportunity for us to get excited.
Sense of anticipation. Turned away in the onside. What's the pace? 142 this time around.
Probably a slow ball. 150.9 to 142.5. It's a massive change in pace. Not only is he pacey, but he's pretty accurate. Just 22 years old.
Gurbaz is waiting. Too far down the leg side. Wide signal by the umpire. They will take additional run as well.
Trying something different here. Probably an off cutter or a leg cutter. I'm not too sure what's the need of that. Because from 150, if he can bowl to 142, that's a massive change in pace. That last ball actually lobbed at 118.2, wayward. All he has to do is to, at that pace, just hit that good length or look for that Yorker at pace. Slow balls can, or the variations like that, can be a bit later in his career. Right now, he's got the fitness and the will to bowl quick, even on a track like this here in Sharjah. So just continue with it.
Cracking delivery. Cracking delivery. He knocks him over. That was at the pace of 147. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant for Bangladesh. Sitting at the better. Paris's celebration time. Jubilation time for Bangladesh.
Yeah, I mean, it couldn't have been better. Length ball, hitting the bail on that off-stump line. Terrific piece of bowling. That has got the crowds on their feet. Narrow escape for the keeper also. He had to be very, very quick, really, to not meet with an accident, but he got a good one. He was shaping up quite nicely late on that one. And he's been castle, and the crowds are absolutely loving this because it's a Bangladesh-dominated aisle and crowd. So first wicket has gone down. Atul gets 14 and Afghanistan 41 for 1.
Ramasha comes into bat, Mr. Dependable. Half century in the previous game. Solid. He's watching the ball onto the bat.
Yeah, his temperament will be needed by Afghanistan. He played a good hand. 50 got in that last match. Unfortunately, was run out. But this was just too much to handle for the left-hander. High back lift, winding up to play that defensive shot, and he was all too late.
Nicely tucked away behind square on the onside. Long chase. Long chase. Has he pulled it off?
Nice shot to get off the mark. but the moment belongs to Naheed. 44 for 1 Afghanistan.
Afghanistan are 44 for 1. Masoom to continue with slip in position. Straight to the fielder. They got short extra cover as well, short mid wicket, and slip 3 men in catching position.
Was the call nice and early from Rehmat Shah? I think it was a very good call. Gurbaz really is after the strike.
Good loud call from Rehmat Shah.
Nice delivery, angle back into the stumps. Yeah, seam up ball, came back with the angle.
Cuts straight to the fielder.
Fast bowling can have an impact on you. I mean, from the other end, they're just thunderbolts coming from Naheed Rana, and so you want to make most of it from the other end. Rehmat Shah looks to be in a hurry.
Straight to the fielder again. Frustration building for Rehmat Shah. He's searching for the religious stroke.
Maybe learning from his last innings. He played so many dots that he put himself under a lot of pressure, and his team, so maybe he wants to get on with it.
Yeah. Midden from Nasoom. 9 gone. 44 for 1. Naheed Rana to continue, 1 for 12 in 4 overs. He's been bowling impressively good, accurate line and length, and blistering pace. It's rapid. Third on the boundary, fine leg on the boundary. This will be exciting. Gurbaz versus Rana. Driving it down the ground for a single.
Well, he's at the non-striker's end, the best place to play him. Well, he's been terrific with his line and length, and look at the straight angle with which he's bowled. The variations in length, and he can do that because he's bowled at around 150 clicks, but the general direction has been towards the stumps or around that off-stump angle. Control, pace. He hasn't bowled a bouncer yet. I don't think he's bowled a bouncer yet. Maybe it could be a good ball to bowl right now.
Excellent, brilliant, superb bowling from Naheed Rana.
The Afghanistan batsmen seem to be absolutely bedazzled by Naheed Rana, just choking, and as they say, you know, rabbit in the headlights kind of a scenario where they're waiting for things to happen. Clearly late on that one. This probably will be his last over. His ball at good pace. You don't want to overuse him. Young body.
solid this time, much better from Rahman Shah.
Yes, you've got to find a way really to survive the next few balls. Cut down on your back lift, make sure that you play in with a straight bat, not worry about hitting him. He played a lovely flick in the last over through square leg, so I think you've got to bank on your strength. Anything on the pads has to go. There's a lot of acreage on the leg side.
Two slips in position. He's playing and missing to a bouncing delivery well outside the off stump.
Yeah, about 5 minutes late on that one. Yeah, the width was there. It should have been really cracked hard. I think the idea was right, but it's just that he was late.
Third minute, very, very fine, right on the boundary ropes. Excellent delivery, attacking the stumps.
I just hope that Bangladesh take care of this kid, not overexpose him, just understand his body. The first year, even somebody like Nahid Rana wouldn't know how much to offer, when to offer, whether to play all the formats or whether to just take it easy and look to use him more in test cricket. Is his body good enough to be ready for 5-day cricket, or should he be introduced in white ball cricket? 10 overs and 4 overs.
Straight to the fielder, dot ball to end the over. 10 gone. Afghanistan scoring at the rate of 4.5, 45 for 1.
Well, what a fiery power play that was, lit up by the youngster, and that indicates that signal from Izzatullah Safi, our standing umpire from Afghanistan, that we move into power play 2, possibly a bit more sedate after some real pace and aggression from Nahid Rana. This phase of the game, 4 fielders allowed outside the 30-yard circle for the moment. They'll only use 3. Now the game changes, doesn't it, for Afghanistan? They'll just look to accumulate. What a brilliant first 10 overs, though.
Absolutely. We've seen some fire, thunderbolts from Nahid Rana, but also a couple of explosive shots of Rahmanullah Gurbaz, who hasn't scored so far, but that was the thunderbolt. Siddiq Atal couldn't take it. Nahid Rana on his debut, sending the opener back to the dugout. But what a find he has been for Bangladesh. Very, very, very quick.
Really nicely bowled, and there's a bit of interest, but nothing from the umpire. Now they're going to have a think. Remember, Mehdi Hassan Miraz is captaining his country for the first time today. He's got a decision to make here. The countdown clock is on him. What's he going to do? 3, 2, 1, and he's not going to go upstairs. There was a noise, but what was that noise? Gurbaz smiles. We saw one down in Australia, didn't we, where Rizwan asked Zampa, did you hit it? And he kind of coddled him into taking it. I think the right decision, was it? Ultra edge is going to be interesting.
Yeah, it's a very good decision at the end, very close to the bat, but no nick. Good decision taken. This saved their review. Talk about Nahid Rana. What a wonderful bowler he looked to be on his debut.
Enjoyed that from Jacker Ali. Jacker says, not my decision, I'm opting out of this. I'll leave it up to you guys, I don't know. But also a nice little dialogue between Gurbaz and the brains trust that we're all thinking. Was it the double bluff? Gurbaz was saying, oh, I didn't hit it. And then after he said, oh, maybe I did.
Yeah, Nasum is keeping one end tight. He's bowling nicely, completing his third over. One more ball left, only conceded 10 runs. He gives good company to Nahid Rana. And Yasin Miraj into his 100th ODI, played a brilliant knock earlier. Has to lead the side. Can he?
11 bowled, 49 for 1. Been a really memorable white ball debut for Nahid Rana. Already seen him in the Test game, has had a few highlights there. An incredible couple of months for the youngster. Sharp rise up to national colours. 5 overs, 1 for 13, and that will be enough for now. We'll see him later in the innings, no doubt. Mustafizur Rahman will replace Nahid Rana. And comes the 4th bowler to be used. Seven ODIs to his name. Look at that wicket-taking record. You get more than 1 a game, you're going really well. He gets very nearly 2 a game. 5 wicket hauls. All that variation as things get slower and more difficult as the chase progresses. He will be critical. Well, the youngster has really lit up today. The 50s come up in the 12th over for Afghanistan, but right now we're all talking about this young Bangladeshi quick. How impressed were you?
Yeah, they were thunderbolts. He was really quick, he was really fast. He clicked 150. Look at this. He's bowled short balls well. He's varied his line. He hasn't bowled away from the stumps, like he's really bowled at the stumps and kept the batter thinking. I believe Gurbaz didn't have much of a clue.
Yeah, the thing I love about that package there, it's only fractionally back of a good length, just short of a length, but it's because of his natural height. Again, something that's a rarity in Bangladesh, no doubt about that. Even though we're into the evening, it's still warm enough that he's needed to get off and just have a freshen up. So I'm next to the fan there. This series, it hangs beautifully in the balance. It really does. Great old school vibes around Sharjah. Feels like maybe an ODI from the late 80s or something. It's rocking here. Great crowd support for both teams. It's been such a good series, isn't it?
We've seen some wonderful performances early on from Mahmudullah, and throughout this series, Muhammad Nabi and now Nahid Rana. It has absolutely been phenomenal. Nahid Rana clicking 150, the fastest delivery this series. The entire list belongs to Nahid Rana.
Ahmed, that's not a typo. That's right. Every single one on the top of the list. It shows the only real extreme pace we've seen has been the man coming in. The 3rd ODI. Did this carry? It's the subfielder too. Every single reaction in the field will indicate that it did. He's on from Ahmadullah, who was out on his feet at the end of his innings. He may well just have dropped Rahmanullah Gurbaz.
Yeah, that's a big wicket. Rahmanullah Gurbaz trying to play towards the leg side, gets the leading edge, falling almost into his hands. I think it could have been a catch. Would have been a difficult one, but it was a chance shelled, I believe. Rashad standing in for Mahmudullah. A good fielder he is. This time around, you cannot afford giving Rahmanullah Gurbaz a life.
Hooked away, man out there, over his head. How often do you see it? A drop chance followed by a boundary. It's gone all the way for 6. 12 ball, 56 for 1. Couple of massive moments in the match in the 12th over. Feel as though it just carried to Rashad Hussain. He's on as a subfielder, the leg spinner. That backward point in the very next ball. Gurbaz rides the bounce and hammers it away for 6. You see it so often, don't you? Instead of the second wicket, the runs continue to come. Gurbaz hits his 3rd maximum.
Yeah, I mean, look at the difference it brings. A wicket out, and then the next batter coming in will just place it for a single. But if you give a batter like Gurbaz chance, he will smash it for a 6. Face this one. Bowling it short, and Gurbaz placing it nicely. There was a protection, but it went right above his head. Yeah, it was an insult to injury, wasn't it?
Slight shuffle in the field. We've seen Mahmudullah now come back on, and he goes into slip. Now in the previous over is Gurbaz thinks of the second but won't take it on. The bowler does the fielding himself. This was the one where he took a long time. Now look at Gurbaz. He says, no, guys, I didn't hit it. This is while the counter was on. True, he was true to his word. Then after the counter goes there, he says, I did hit it. Oh, great joker, Rahmanullah Gurbaz. Did he do that the wrong way round? Could he have convinced them to burn a review?
Because he was not sure, I guess. Sometimes there's a feather of an edge. You don't want to just commit a suicide, ask him to take a review, and all of a sudden they take a review, and you see that feather of an edge and say, why did I convince them?
Yeah. I did really enjoy that moment with Adam Zampa and Mohammad Rizwan. He may be one of the most characteristic guys going around world cricket.
I really did. He asked Zampa, and Zampa's like, you just keep asking for every delivery. And then he still asks him, and he said, did you nick it? He said, all right.
I'll correct myself, charismatic, not characteristic, charismatic. One of the most charismatic guys going around. Gurbaz isn't far off him. Something about those keeper batters, isn't there? 13 bowled, 60 for 1. Where else would you want to be in the world on a Monday night than here at the ground that's held more international cricket than anywhere else? 2 is the immediate shout from Gurbaz. He'll get it easy. Been a lovely time period, hasn't it, for the international game? We actually see 5 concurrent series on right now. Pakistan taking an amazing series win down in Perth. New Zealand somehow getting over the line against Sri Lanka. I was in Dambulla last night. Here's the previous over. We feel this carried, Ahmed. What do you reckon?
I think it was a tough chance, but it was a chance. It's also you time your movement, you come forward a little bit, then all of a sudden you might just get into a better position to hold on to that. Initial movement is very important as a fielder.
The problem is, because it's a leading edge, he won't have been naturally inclined to come forward immediately. Very tricky one to take at backward points. But yeah, New Zealand getting over the line, defending just 108 at Dambulla. South Africa and India played out a cracking game down in Gurbaz, winning by 3 wickets. England won the series. That squares the series, India, South Africa. And then, see Mahmudullah back on here. England taking an unassailable 2-0 series lead in the Caribbean. And then here on a Monday night, the series on the line. That's all just within 24 hours. 2 days of each other. And across in Muscat, League 2. Oman beating the Netherlands by 1 run in another ODI. So a really, really big 48 hours for the international game. I don't know how much you love it, Ahmed, but I absolutely love a couple of days like this. Nothing better.
Talk about Sri Lanka and New Zealand, 108, and New Zealand were able to defend that. Pathum Nisanga was batting there on his 50, and he got out in the last over to Glenn Phillips. Can you believe that?
A hat-trick for Lockie Ferguson as well, wasn't it?
Yeah, coming into his second over, having taken a wicket in the last ball of the over, and then completing it with another 2 and making a hat-trick.
Wouldn't want to be working the last 2 days. Just, you could have got up at the crack of dawn wherever you were in the world, and you probably could have watched about 36 hours of consecutive cricket back-to-back. Being honest, that's me to a T.
That's right, and you talk about Oman and Netherlands. There's good rivalry developing between these two, winning close games. Oman, I think, beating them in a couple of occasions. And how good was Haris Rauf? Back in Australia, 10 wickets to him.
Superstar, wasn't he? And you saw what it meant to Pakistan. There's a great tweet there posted up about the last time Pakistan won in Australia. I don't think it was even within memory. Over 20 years, and all it's been and changed since then. I'm just loving that ODI cricket has got a real platform and a centre of attention here. A few months out from the Champions Trophy, all building towards that 2027 World Cup down in South Africa, Zimbabwe and Namibia. I think that'll be a really good World Cup. It returns to 14 teams, remember, too.
World Cup is always a great event to watch.
Going to be a chance and taken. Mustafizer bounces him out. Ramachan never quite looked comfortable. Hurried for pace. Didn't like the angle. And Dolly's a catch-up for the bowler himself to hold on to her. They love it. Afghanistan have lost 2.
Yeah. The Bangladesh fans are enjoying this. This one hurried on. Ramachan tried to pull this. Gets the leading edge. Fizz taking it nicely into his follow-through, sends back Rahmat Shah after making struggling 8. Afghanistan are 63 for 2.
Well, Hashmatullah Shahidi will have to come in to side maybe in a spot of bother. We've seen this second power play batters generally find it very difficult to score quickly, don't they? Played nicely in the first game.
Number 3, guys.
Very consistent, 22 50s in just over 80 innings, so it's faster than a 50 every 4 innings. Gurbaz in so many ways now, Ahmed, is going to be critical. This is why Hashmatullah Sheedy's here. Rush for pace.
Yeah. Ramacha didn't get it off the meat of the bat, got a leading edge. Good catch taken by Mustafiz Rahman, keeping the eye on the ball. Frustration from the dugout. Jonathan Trott, Hamidas and everyone just don't like it. But now I think the key is with Rahmanullah Gurbaz. It's important that he doesn't allow for the pressure to be built. Also, it's important they put together a good solid partnership.
Love to see this from the captain. He may be captaining the senior side for the first time, but he led the under-19 team to 2 different World Cups. And doing a really nice job at trying to strike whilst the iron is hot. He's got the 2nd wicket, so he's looking now for the 3rd. He's put himself there into kind of almost a leg gully rather than a leg slip. He thinks there's going to be a significant turn, and he wants to get his opposite number.
It's also 2 fielders at the offside and onside or straight, which indicate that he's inviting the batters to play a cross-batted shot. And it can be deadly on this track.
And here we go, the trend continues into the middle overs, pace off the ball, scoring becomes difficult. Dots building up. Just one from the over. It's an excellent one from Nassoum. 15 bowled, 64 for 2.
Required is 5.17. Just my view on the game, Gurbaz holds the key to success. He's gotten off to a start. He's got this ability to change gear, plays pace extremely well. Nice. Test will be against Mehdi and Miraz. I've got Athar Ali Khan here with me. Athar, 181 in 35 overs. Bangladesh clearly in the driver's seat right now.
Well, they are, and they need to make sure that they dry up the runs, because Rahmanullah Gurbaz is looking good. And he's been lucky once, difficult chance to Rishad Hussain of the bowling of Fizz. He's now got a good start here, 36 of 45. And if he just hangs on, maybe there's a possibility for them to chase that, but it's still a tough chase.
Bangladesh need regular wickets. Afghanistan need calm head. Hashmatullah likes playing against spin. What about introduction of Naveed at this stage? He may not be as accomplished against the short ball as Gurbaz, for example. So Naheed, sorry. So I think there's a case for introducing pace against him.
Yeah, not a bad shout, because we know how Naheed Rana has bowled so far. He's bowled quick, he's bowled straight, and it was a beauty to pick up that wicket earlier on when he just hit the top of the off stump of Siddiqui Atal.
Sweep shot. Gets it away for 4. He's such a super striker of the ball. Had the area in mind and extremely well executed sweep.
He's a sort of a batter. When he gets set, he's not going to keep himself quiet. He's going to challenge the bowlers to be able to put that away for a boundary, looking to create gaps, and he picks the right one. And it's always a good combination when you have a left hand, right hand in the crease. Hashmatullah Shahidi, skipper, will need to play sensible cricket here, knowing that the non-striker Gurbaz is in a good touch.
He's got to relax just a little bit. Looks a bit tense. Got to get his captaincy cap off and look to concentrate just as a batsman out there. Oh, chance. Run out, he dives. Back in the crease, I think. And after 16, 71 for 2. Mustafizer 1 for 10 in his 2 overs. He's such a crafty bowler, so you see a lot of variation, and certainly the seamer bouncer at pace. That got rid of Rahmat. Can be used in so many roles, Mustafizer. An attacking option, a defensive option for Bangladesh. Such a good line. Length and angle.
Change of ends for Fizz. Yeah, he's such an important bowler for Bangladesh. He would pick up wickets in crucial moment. Remember, at this stage of the game, Bangladesh were 77 for 4. And then that big partnership of 145. That's exactly what these two needs to do in the middle for Afghanistan. They need a partnership here. I think first thing first, they've handled the seam as well. We know that there was a fiery spell from the youngster Nahid Rana on debut, but they've survived that. They've also lost too many wickets. They've lost 2. Bangladesh at this stage lost 4. So they need to realize the fact that if these two can just hang around and settle down, especially the skipper, Hashmatullah Shahidi.
Oh, that's a massive shot. That's a 6. What a shot. For me, it still remains a high. A pacer coming in, bowling a bouncer, and a batsman bashing it for 6 over square. Terrific piece of cricket.
That's a great piece of timing. In control, good balance, and strikes it nicely off the back foot. I reckon he was anticipating a short one here because he was not moving his feet at all. Really good connection and goes all the way. They stand in awe, enjoys it. They love it.
Yeah, they're all waiting for it to get it past the man at square leg, and once it did, then it was joy in the aisles. They absolutely needed Gurbaz to be on form in this run chase. He's delivered so far 48 of 52. Can he prolong his stay? Take this 48 to maybe a 78 or an 88. That's nice bowling. Back to his original self, Mustafiz, line and length, hard length. But that bouncer was understandable because from cutters he certainly produces this whippy bouncer, seam-up delivery. As I just mentioned earlier, got better of Rahmat, who was late on that bouncer. But Gurbaz plays that short ball so well, he was ready for it. "17 overs have been bowled and it's 2 down for 77. We'll have drinks as well. Gurbaz hitting a couple of sixes to the left arm as angle. Shoreful was picked off for a straight 6 over mid-wicket and then hit over square leg. This was a beauty. This really was a japper. Fantastic piece of bowling, great spill. A drop chance there, and then this top edge earning Rahmat a 6. Trying his hand, another one is a slippery bouncer from Mustafizu. Sweep shot from Gurbaz, a 4, and have a look at this pull shot. For 15. Bangladesh need regular wickets. Afghanistan on the other end in need of a partnership. This is a fledgling one, 14 of 18.
I think it's important for someone like Rahmanullah Gurbaz to guide this team to the right direction. He's got a good start. He's unbeaten 48, but he would need support. Who is going to be? Is it going to be Hashmatullah Shahidi, the skipper? They have batting depth. The ones in the middle matters the most. And he needs to ensure, because he's taken his time. Remember, he's now faced 10 deliveries and he's only scored a single run. So there will be a bit of a pressure on him.
That's a good option, I think, to get to the other end. Play the sweep shot. Can't waste too many deliveries, Hashmatullah, because it breaks the rhythm. If you're looking to block everything, 11 balls for his 2, then it can take a toll on Gurbaz also.
Yeah, since a batter goes on to score those runs, you know, it is difficult to face the new ball early on, but he's survived and he's scored at good pace. He cannot afford to get out.
Down the leg side, not given as a wide. Probably off the pad.
Yes, yes, very close, very close.
I don't know whether you can query umpires these days. What is he saying, Ava?
Yeah, the conversation is that he wanted to know whether he wants to keep the slip or not. He asked the keeper, Miraj, and straight away said if it goes the other way, then the slip comes in place.
We've got a third commentator behind the stumps. The ball is not really bouncing at all. That is what Miraj wants also. 78 for 2. It's a beautiful outfield, well manicured. Just about the right pace as well. Mustafiz will play a key role here in the middle phase of the innings. 1 for 16 in his 3. Extremely accurate. That is what he needs to do right now. Not worry about getting the batsman out. Put the pressure, take this required rate to around 6. And I'm sure then he will automatically get a response from Afghanistan batsmen. They will have to take a little bit of risk. There's the risk, and that's well fielded, really well blocked at cover.
Well, that's the problem. That is something that will worry the dressing room of Afghanistan team straight away. Now Rahmanullah Gurbaz has walked across to the skipper to have a bit of a chat. There's no point trying to take unnecessary risk. Yes, if had it gone through, it would have been a boundary, but if it didn't connect, might have gone into the air. So for someone like Hashmatullah Shahidi, who's now faced 13 deliveries for 2 runs, will need to understand the fact that why doesn't he try to bring the non-striker on strike by trying to rotate the strike, try to look for a single. Yes, they're packed field inside the circle.
Hitting the length, keeping a straight line, Mustafiz.
And also not allowing to free his arm, because if you have those fielders inside the circle, at times the batters will be thinking, okay, if the ball is in the slot, if it's in his zone, he would go over the top of the infield. Hasn't been the case so far.
Down the track once again, finds the fielder. Non-striker there. No, Gurbaz would have been a goner had that hit the stumps directly. That's the last thing Afghanistan would have ever wanted, and thankfully it's not hit the stumps on the full.
He's looking to play those big shots. He was nowhere near. He had given up actually. Mustafiz Rahman could not believe it. He didn't have the time to come back right behind the non-striker's end. Ooh, close, not very close, he knows it.
Square leg's been installed, possibly for a three-card trick maybe. Still hit the length, bowl a straight line. No, it's a bouncer that's sort of decently handled by the skipper, Hashmatullah. Once again, fielding has been really good. Confusion amongst the two runners. It's all happening out there. Aram says what the keeper is saying. Just take it easy, boss. No need to rush things.
That was on the shorter side. He just couldn't connect it, hitting it down. But the throw from the it just ricocheted off the stump. They wanted to look to come back for the second, not there. Very good over so far, just a single. But this time it's going to be Rahmanullah Gurbaz who will be on strike.
I like this field from Bangladesh. 3 men in the ring on the offside. They're all in, looking to stop the rotation of strike. 2 on the leg side, 1 mid-on, 1 straightish mid-wicket. On 48. And ends on a high. It's another dot from Mustafiz. 79 for 2. Lunging forward, feeling the heat. Hashmatullah, he's got to relax, he's got to calm down, because the message to the dugout has got to be exactly that. Can't have your captain fretting and being just a touch nervous. Well, they've done it so many times. Highest successful chases, that memorable one against Pakistan in the World Cup in Chennai 2023.
Rahmanullah Gurbaz is looking very comfortable indeed. But the problem is from the other end. Hashmatullah Shahidi struggling to rotate strike, is struggling to time the ball.
They want a change in the field, right? There's a slip in place. What is happening now? There's a gully in place as well. On the attack, Miraz.
Yeah, it's just a touch shot, and that's what Jackarelli, the wicketkeeper, said. And you got to bowl the one that you bowled earlier. Because the moment you pitch it short, they've got ample time for the batters to go on the back foot and look to create gaps. So easy pickings for Hashmatullah Shahidi.
A single and a 50 to Gurbaz. What a knock. In a run chase situation, they needed this from the big man, big player. His second innings, a run chasing effort, is not being great. Respecting the crowd, and it has been a lovely innings, and they're all pumped up in the dugout, the Afghanistan players. 50 from 60.
Yeah, 750 in ODIs, and whenever he crosses 50, when he does go on to pick a big one, he's got 700s also in one-day internationals.
Laborious knock so far from Hashmatullah, but it's still out there for his side. It's 84 for 2.
The match is delicately poised. 84 for 2. Afghanistan in the chase. Gurbaz is there with a half century. Edge is found. Catch is taken. Hashmat goes. He's gone.
Big player, big moment. Mustafizur Rahman creates that edge, and talk about some catching. Shomer Sarkar has been phenomenal at the slip cordon. The other day, that catch from Rahmanullah Gurbaz was running away from him. This one falling onto him, dipping on him, doing nicely to hold on to it. Remember, with the other hand, just pushing it up nicely. Shomer Sarkar holds on to that. Mustafizur Rahman breaks the partnership of 21, and they get another wicket. Crucial breakthrough. Hashmatullah Shahidi departs after making struggling 6, 84 for 3.
Afghanistan 84 for 3. Azmatullah Omarzai comes to the crease. 2 ducks in this series.
Wasn't out for a duck before this series though. And first it was Fiz who got him out. In the second match it was Nasu Mahmud who got him out. Now he's facing Mustafizur Rahman.
Lots of expectation from Azmatullah to turn the tide for Afghanistan. A partnership needed. Slip in position. Driving. Single off the mark straight away.
Well, this is a shot of confidence. It will give him confidence because he was struggling to find it off the bat. But what a catch. Talk about some best fielders in the slip cordon, and you cannot rule out Shomer Sarkar. He's really performed nicely over there. Brilliant catch taken. Catches win matches, and they hold on to this one. Now these two in the middle. Rahmanullah Gurbaz, Azmatullah Omarzai played together for Kabul Eagles back in 2020 in the Shpagiza Cricket League. They were the winning team. Azmatullah Omarzai was a joint player of the tournament with Kareem Jannat, but what a beautiful show today it has been from Rahmanullah Gurbaz. He's still out there in the middle, standing on 50. If Afghanistan will have to win this final match, Gurbaz has to carry on.
Next 15 overs is going to be crucial. Keeping wickets in hand, that should be mantra for Afghanistan. Pull majestically to the mid-wicket boundary for 4. A glorious stroke from Gurbaz. A sense of determination in execution of the stroke.
Waits for the ball and pulls it nicely for the boundary. The satisfaction tells from his pose. Enjoys it throughout, and the fans loving it. Mehdi Hasan Miraj into his first match as a captain. Doesn't like it. He enjoys it. That sense of commitment, and you know that the job is done. A lot needs to be done, but it's important that you can take runs off the best of the bowlers. 5 runs off this over, despite the first ball yielding a wicket.
Gurbaz is very good at converting 15 to 100. Rides the bounce, glides the ball to take a single. That's good cricket from Gurbaz. He holds the key for Afghanistan. It's been an attacking half century from Gurbaz, charging down and making sure that he used the angles to good effect, using his feet to great effect down, and then playing the sweep shot. All the strokes, particularly through the onside. 55 of 63 with 3 fours and 4 sixes.
Yeah, some glorious looking shots, and then at the end, the gesture that he does, a heart, and sends the love all across to the fans. He's played most of his shots towards the leg side. All the sixes onto the leg side. 26%, and the dominating area is 49% towards the fine leg region. 76% of the runs coming from that end, the leg side.
Right on top of the bounce, Azmatullah Omarzai. He's got the capability with the bat as well. 21 overs gone, 90 for 3. Afghanistan 90 for 3 in the chase. They've got plenty of batters to follow as well. 2 solid batters, aggressive batters in the middle at the moment. Afghanistan looking for a partnership. Miraj, 9 for 13 in 3 overs. Focus should be on strike rotation, taking singles and twos to fit individuals in the center.
Yeah, this is what they are playing for. A beautiful looking trophy in this Etisalat. Afghanistan versus Bangladesh, 3 matches ODI series. Pretty even Stevens at this stage. Afghanistan into the 90s, Bangladesh were also into the 90s.
Solid in defense. Drawing the batter forward. Where will the trophy go? To Kabul? To Pagman? Or to Dhaka? Sylhet?
Yeah, brilliant.
Nicely driven down the ground for a single. Just knocking it down the ground, taking singles. That should be the modus operandi for Afghanistan for next 10 or 15 overs or so. If they keep wickets in hand, at the late stage of the innings, when due sets in, batting becomes easy.
Yeah, at this stage, Bangladesh were 93 for 4. There was a solid partnership then between Mahmoudullah Riyad and the man who's bowling, the skipper, into his first match as a captain. Put together 145-run partnership for Bangladesh.
That would turn sharply. Survival for Gurbaz. That ball turned and turned. White signal.
Wow, these moments can really matter into the match. Was there a chance really? We'll have to see. Not only that you give an extra run, you have given Gurbaz a chance. Gives the charge, comes down the track. Oh, he cannot collect it, Jakir Ali. Oh. And no chance for Gurbaz because he fell down in the process. You just have to hold on to it. He's brought back his bat. But then he takes it out. A chance shelled again.
Another single down the ground. Gurbaz is living a charmed life in this innings, 56 of 65.
I wonder if Mushfiqur Rahim is watching this game, he'll be kicking himself. He's very quick behind the wickets. He served Bangladesh for so long. Jakir Ali coming in to fill for Mushfiqur Rahim. It's not an easy job. Throws himself towards it. Doesn't collect it. End of an eventful over. 95 for 3, Afghanistan after 22.
Two teams battling for supremacy in this contest. Afghanistan in the chase, 95 for 3. Gurbaz there, that's the biggest hope for Afghans. Umar Zaid 3 of 5. Nabi to come, Gulbadin to come. Sharifu into the attack. Two batters who prefer hitting boundaries.
Yeah, but also like the approach from the Bangladesh skipper to keep the slip fielder for Azmatullah Umar Zaid, the new batter, in, not allowing him to get away with any edges. If anything flies into the slip court, and he makes sure that there is a very safe protection there. Wonder when he'll do an advertisement for safe, because he's been very safe fielder, Shoma Sarkar. Quick run, this is athleticism. And all of a sudden it goes through the both fielders, and Gurbaz is on charge for the second. One thing about Gurbaz's innings is always the running between the wicket. That is mostly the highlights, other than the big sixes and fours. It's always being on the charge and running hard, taking one and turning it into two.
I remember two matches, one against New Zealand and one against Australia in the T20 World Cup. The Australians were rattled because of running between the wicket between Ibrahim and Gurbaz.
Talk about Ibrahim, the class. He must be watching the game right now very keenly. Tell you, the fans and everyone must have missed him so much. The class of his batting elegance. I have missed it here from the comm box. Get well soon, champ.
Solid, rightly behind. This has been an adventurous innings from Gurbaz. Might have got to 50, 56 of 67, but has lived a charmed life.
Has got a 50 and has survived a couple of chances as well. I mean, it's only one or two chances. You can't be just creating hundreds of chances. You have to hold on to those chances if you want to win the matches.
Up and over. He's taking chances. It's paying off. Gurbaz picks up another boundary. 100 up for Afghanistan.
Yeah, brings up 100 in style. Shariful, who's been brought into the attack, bowls this is shorter and wider. Gurbaz creates room for himself, and he slashes this beautifully for a boundary. This is too high for the fielder inside the circle. Happy dugout. 100 up for Afghanistan in the chase. 245. Another 145 needed from here.
Nice loud call. Thrilling cricket on display here at the Sharjah Cricket Stadium. First opportunity. And the leading edge just falling short of the fielder. Could have been catch them out. He was gone for all money. Then down the leg side, stumbling opportunity.
And the expression tells you how much he's enjoyed it. Saying thank you very much. I appreciate this wonderful gesture of generosity towards me. Fortune favors the braves, isn't it? And he's the brave, the one taking on the charge, not scared. And he's striking at 86 right now.
Short ball. Excellent bouncer to finish the over. 23 gone. Afghanistan 100 for 3. It's a firebird prediction for Afghanistan Cricket Board. What a wonderful story, Afghanistan cricket. Turns away on the onside. Sweet timing. Runs coming, singles and twos and occasional boundaries as well.
Yeah, that's what Bangladesh have to seriously think about, because the problem is these two batters out in the middle are scoring runs. They are scoring in the last 2 overs, have scored 5 runs each, which is just going to bring the total down. into a territory where Afghanistan will feel they are home. What can Bangladesh do differently? Mehdi Hasan Miraj. This is not gonna, they're pushing for the second. This is quick run. And I wonder if it had been cleanly connected, if there was a chance or not.
That's attacking, running between the wicket. Excellent, excellent from Gurbaz and Azmat. Just turning the ball away in the onside, sensing the fielder was wide. Off the blocks quickly, directed, still would have reached. That's brilliant from Afghanistan. Thrilling cricket.
You know, that adds a lot of pressure back onto the fielding side. Running between the wicket, running hard. And once again, catching out that vacant area. Yeah, there are fielders inside the circle, 4 fielders, for the purposes of blocking the single. But Rahmanullah Gurbaz is just playing it nicely away from these fielders. Once again, look at it, waiting for it, watching it closely, and then playing it nicely into the gaps.
Afghanistan exerting pressure on Bangladesh through conversion of 1 into 2. Big shot, mighty connection. That's a ferocious hit from Azmatullah Omarzai. That's gone for 6.
Yeah, that's the shot of the confidence. When he came to bat, the first ball he faced from Mustafizur Rahman came off the full face of the bat. This time around, the one coming into it, the swing, with the turn, sorry, dispatched towards the leg side for a maximum, a handsome looking maximum. Shpagiza.
Amazing stroke from Azmat. Solid defensive stroke to a delivery which was pitched up, drawing the batter forward. He's quickly on to 11 of 10. He's also a positive player. They're taking the game forward, Afghanistan, not thinking too much about this phase of the innings. You reckon this pitch is playing slightly better than what we experienced in the tournament, in the series already?
Yeah, I think this is a better wicket, but it's also have to do with the intent from the batter. Look at this. When you get a ball into your arc, you just dispatch it. A bit of a niggle there. Mehdi Hasan Miraj will need some attending, I believe. A bit of worried faces. This is the last thing that the Bangladesh will want for their skipper to go off the field. I hope it is not anything serious. 10 runs have come of the first 5 deliveries of this Mehdi Hasan Miraj's over.
His 5 overs are going to be crucial. His captaincy is 5 overs. Given the nature of the surface, it becomes increasingly valuable from Bangladesh's perspective to have the captain ready and bowling.
Yeah, it was just, he was picking the ball, and all of a sudden, felt his muscle pulled. It's a cramp, I believe. Already Mahmudullah, earlier while he was batting, we saw some back niggle, and still a question to me if he will come and be able to bowl. Now it is, if Mehdi Hasan Miraj should be up and running.
Afghanistan 110 for 3. Some momentum in the batting department. It's a wonderful country. Plenty of mountains, river, grassy fields, snow on the mountains.
Show me some. You're talking about Afghanistan only and not showing me anything. Here you go. This is beautiful Afghanistan, the eastern part of Afghanistan. This is Kunar-Jalalabad highway. This is the part of the country where Rashid Khan Arman comes from, and boy, he's playing cricket over there. See, it's amazing, it's beautiful. I always say that the more you see, the more you want to see of Afghanistan. Very much eye-pleasing and attractive, and so good to be there. Pleasant nature and good food.
Great people. Passion for cricket is unbelievable in Afghanistan. At the moment, 110 for 3, Afghanistan. I think it has to do with the dehydration, cramping, lack of electrolytes because of humidity factor.
No, that's spot on. For kids watching this cricket, have to know that as a cricket athlete, it's important that keep yourself hydrated. You keep drinking water, because if you dehydrate yourself, your muscles can really pull and can really hurt you in you trying to establish a cricketing career. It's not easy playing here in Sharjah. It's not the most heated time of the year, but it's still not very cold. Last ball now coming up. 10 runs already off it. Safely negotiated. Will be 10 runs from this over. 24 overs done. 110 for 3.
Afghanistan need another 135 to win from 26 overs. Partnership 26 of 24 between two exciting players in the middle, Gurbaz and Omarzai. Gurbaz on a strike, 63 unbeaten. Pulls majestically. Stunning stroke from Gurbaz out towards Sachin Tendulkar's stand for 6.
Well, I believe this is playing to the strength of Rahmanullah Gurbaz. Coming around the wicket, Shariful pitches this short and coming on nicely to Rahmanullah Gurbaz, who says thank you very much and sends this delightfully to the Sachin Tendulkar stand. What a way to express your appreciation to the legend of the game with a maximum. Now he changes his side in angle and comes over the wicket.
Cuts beautifully. Good fielding, very good fielding, and good running between the wicket as well. Exciting cricket ahead of us. Gurbaz is approaching his 171 of 74, scoring a century against South Africa, and brilliant 90 as well.
Yeah, a couple of batters missing on it. Don't want to jinx it. 84 for Muhammad Nabi, 98 for Mahmudullah. Now Rahmanullah Gurbaz clicking nicely at a strike rate of 95, and with the confidence into his shots, will tell he should be able to get to 100 because his conversion rate is quite brilliant.
Straight to the fielder, misfield. Pressure mounting on Bangladesh. He takes another single.
Rashad once again into the action, into the fire, I'll say. 9 runs coming off the first 3 deliveries. Bangladesh feeling the heat there. Yeah, the thing, there's been some good fielding effort, but there've also been some missed opportunities. Their ground fielding has been good, their catching has been nice, but it's just that a couple of opportunities have also been shelled by Bangladesh. See, for Bangladesh, it is important they break this partnership because 35 of 27 deliveries. See, that's the thing. They're striking at more than 100. How can you build pressure?
Short lifting delivery. It's exciting cricket. People talk about the future of one-day internationals. Come to Sharjah. It's a classic one-day international developing here at one of the greatest venues in the history of the game when it comes to white ball cricket.
Yeah, and I think this was a better delivery that Shariful bowled now, coming over the wicket and pitching it nicely and angling it at the body, and this could be difficult to negotiate. Now he decides again to come round the wicket. I tell you what, Asmat has also got a good hook shot. Watch out for it.
Forcing stroke, powerful stroke. Eventually, it touches the boundary ropes for 4.
13 runs already off this over. Another 1 ball to be bowled. What a show this has been. All of a sudden, the required run rate, which was touching at 5.5 a little earlier, has now come under 5. It's only 4.85 now. What a shot that is. Stand and deliver, Azmatullah Omarzai. Dissects the gap beautifully. This has been a very expensive over. I reckon this has been the most expensive of this inning for Afghanistan, isn't it, Raj?
It is found just dropping on the ground, and that marks the end of the 25th over. Afghanistan in charge, 123 for 3.
Well, the best over the chase in terms of the runs accumulated, and also just a little bit of a sign of a shift in momentum. Can be difficult to score in these middle overs, but Rahmanullah Gurbaz has found a willing ally in Azmatullah Omarzai. The pitch will always get more and more difficult. Now, was there something on this? As I wish a very warm good evening and welcome Attar Ali Khan.
Just keeping a little bit low. This is a good partnership. This is a wonderful partnership. It just gets the Afghanistan back in some sort of momentum, because remember, when Hashmatullah Shahidi was in the middle, it was getting a little bit difficult. But this partnership, all of a sudden, 40 of just 32 now. And Bangladesh will rue the fact that they missed an opportunity, not one but twice. Rahmanullah Gurbaz dropped on 24, and then a missed stumping chance down the leg side can be very, very costly.
Been a real crispness to the ball striking, isn't there, from Omarzai since he's come out with Gurbaz. They match each other so well, don't they? Very similar players. Very devastating ball strikers, and two that can change a game quickly. So whilst these two are together, Attar, there's real problems for Bangladesh. It's the speed at which they're getting the runs at much more than a run a ball.
Yeah, the other thing that everybody needs to realize is that the last two times when Rahmanullah Gurbaz has gone on to score a 50 against this same opposition, they've gone on to make 100. 106 not out in Chattogram in the year 2022, and then 145 he smashed in Chattogram again in 2023. And once again, he's gone past that 50. His conversion rate is incredible. So important that he hangs on. But if somehow Bangladesh can manage to pick up his wicket, maybe then they can put the brakes on. 126 for 3.
Still fascinatingly poised. Don't rule out Bangladesh coming back into this game and to try and find that breakthrough. We're going to go to the man who lit up that first power play with real pace and aggression. Going to be a change in ends for the youngster on his ODI debut. Average over 140, and the fastest up above 150. Oh, that's going to hurt. Do you think this is a change that Mehdi Hassan kind of had to make? He's desperate for a wicket.
had to make it, and I think this is the right one because they need wickets here. And if he hangs around, we already know what he has done with the bat so far. Rahmanullah Gurbaz hit some really big sixes, took on Shariful Islam, thumping it down the ground towards the mid-wicket area, and then the short pitch delivery. Square of the wicket, not bigger. Boundary 69 meters, 65, and then again 70. So short pitch delivery is not the right way to go about it until you have Nahid Rana's pace.
Such a tangible difference, isn't there, between sort of 132, 133, where Shariful and Mustafiz have been operating, and the, well, upwards of 140 regularly, and even sometimes touching 150 for Nahid. So I think it is a good move to get him back in. Mehdi Hassan Miraz would just love a wicket. Get away through one of these two, and the game could be broken open.
Yeah, they need a wicket. They need a wicket now, Bangladesh, because Afghanistan is a pretty good position. Required run rate just about 5 runs in an over. Well, within their reach. 7 wickets in hand. A well set batter in the middle.
We had a good chat earlier, didn't we, about this ever-growing and burgeoning crop of young fast bowlers. This is a bit from him in his opening spell, Atar. How impressed were you?
Very impressed. Remember, he's playing the very first ODI, and in trying conditions, when he bowls a beauty. I think that was a peach of a delivery, hitting the top of the off stump. Good pace, good bounce, and some lateral movement. He's got it all. Cross seam now.
Good diving stop. Creates almost half a chance. Shamir Sarkar has already taken a wonderful catch. Some of the ground fielding has been very good. Gurbaz wants a change of gloves. The lengths have been very good, haven't they? Nothing full, nothing there to drive whatsoever. And he's a taller fast bowler. Don't have many of those in Bangladesh, do you? But he looks like someone could be worth his weight in gold. That wicket, that's the one from round the wicket, isn't it? Definitely the delivery of the series for me.
And there are a few tall bowlers nowadays for Bangladesh. Taskin Ahmed, pretty tall. Shariful Islam, we know Nahid Rana, Ibadat Hussain, Hassan Mahmood, Khalid Ahmed. A bit of a trouble for Rahmanullah Gurbaz, but what an innings this has been from him. He's been out of touch in those first 2 matches. Maybe a bit of a cramp. Maybe just a bit of a cramp, but he has to overlook that one, because he's the one who is going to be the key, I reckon. If he hangs around, then Afghanistan will feel a lot more comfortable. What a lovely innings this has been from Rahmanullah Gurbaz.
It looks to me like a bit of cramp, just the movements that are being made by the physiotherapist. Let's look at the best of Rahmanullah Gurbaz so far. We were talking, weren't we, off air, in between the innings at Tara, that if Afghanistan were to chase down this above par total, Rahmanullah Gurbaz would have to play a big part. He's done a lot of the hard work now. He's just so good at anything short, vicious, and hearts all around up to the Afghan fans here. Very powerful on the leg side. Look at all those maximums, all through off his legs. There's a bit of concern for him here, though. Lots of the performers tonight, the star performers, Mahmudullah in the wars, Rashid Khan in the wars, now also Rahmanullah Gurbaz. Tough work at Sharjah.
Well, they need to find a way. They need to find a bowler who can pick up a wicket here, break this partnership, get a new batter in. Yeah, they've dropped Rahmanullah Gurbaz once. We already spoke about the stumping chance down the leg side, but you still have to look and look to create opportunities. As long as he's there, Afghanistan will feel good. But if he does get out, Well, this is what happened. Yes and no. I don't know what really happened, because he was looking okay at that moment, but all of a sudden he wanted some treatment straight away. Never in the past, it has happened in the past that when you have a good partnership in the making, there is a bit of a break, so he has to start all over again. So maybe this is the chance for Nahid Rana. He's bowled what, 4 deliveries, he hasn't given a single run away. Can he pick up a wicket here? Can he produce a wicket-taking delivery? He bowled a peach of a delivery to send back the left-hander Atal early in the innings.
Down the leg side, and interest really from the crowd, not from anyone out there for Bangladesh, will be given as a wide. Yeah, not quite the sort of intentional stoppage, if you will, that we saw in the T20 World Cup final, where I don't know if it was a bit of gamesmanship maybe from Rishabh Pant, who just slowed everything down. But this was an enforced breakage due to the treatment that Gurbaz needed. But it can just break your momentum, can't you? For someone like Gurbaz, who's such a rhythm player, isn't he? He's an attacking player. Tickled around the corner. That'll be 4 with the pace of Rana. And that's the first boundary the youngsters conceded into his 6th over.
And that's not too far away from the keeper, mind you, because it was short and it came pretty quick. 143.7 clicks. Look at that bounce. Oh, yes, it's gone away, but it could have easily gone a little bit finer, and then the keeper would have been in business. Nevertheless, a boundary that he enjoys. Punch in the air.
Five runs from the first of Nahid's second spell. End of the 27th, 1-3-1 for 3. Well, very closely matched throughout this series, and very closely ranked match on the rankings as well. Both two sides, I believe, are on the rise up these ICC men's ODI team rankings, and their fortunes have been so good of late. There's a beauty, goes past the outside edge, but Mohamed Sai has the flexibility to keep that back foot down. Really nicely, isn't he? Nassim, the left-arm spinner, since he's come back in. First time into the side 2 days ago for the best part of the year. Turn and bounce, but back foot does stay in place. And again. But such have been the good fortunes of these two teams. Attar off to the Champions Trophy in February. Top 8 sides in the world there.
It's a good start from Nasum Ahmed. Lovely start. Really good flight and turn and bounce. A slower delivery, nicely played. Open spaces on the offside, so he'll get Gurbaz on strike with that single. It's been a very good partnership. 48 gives them that kind of momentum they want to be at, because they still require 113 runs. So important for Bangladesh to create a little bit more pressure. Even if you don't pick up wickets, important to dry up the runs and force the ball short.
I don't think the required run rate will be any kind of a threat for Afghanistan, given the 2 men at the crease and given the kind of power hitting that they have to come. Naeeb, Nabi, Rashid Khan, capable of scoring fluently enough to make that look easy. But they've done so well in this partnership. He scored right from the off. Shahidi got bogged down, didn't he? Found it tough to get going. He's found a really willing ally in Ormitsai. It's been such a fine partnership for the fourth wicket. 28 bowled, 133 for 3. Just 2 runs shy, Mahmudullah was, of what would have been a first ever century in a bilateral series game for him. Also would have been the first one by any Bangladesh batter in Sharjah too. Incredible record that, isn't it? That Mahmudullah's 4 ODI centuries have all come in ICC events. 3 in the World Cup, 2 in 2015, 1 in 2023, and then 1 in the Champions Trophy. He'll be looking to repeat that, won't he, in that Champions Trophy coming up in February.
Yeah, he was showed a lot of patience, grit and determination to ensure that he hanged around Mahmudullah with that partnership, took the score to 244. Bangladesh in search of a wicket. Yeah, if you look at the Gurbaz's innings, he was on strike, 5 4s and 5 6s. That's 50 out of 79. A little bit wide, misses out because he's been timing the ball very nicely. Just have to ensure Nahid Rana, even though he's playing only his first one-day international, bowl a little bit more straighter, on stumps, on target. We all know what he can do with the ball in terms of pace. Need to be a little bit more accurate.
Might have been a change of pace this time. Still up at 144, remarkably, but it just kind of reacted differently out of the surface, didn't it? Tell you what else is quick, not just the bowling. What about your mental arithmetic, Attar Ali Khan? 5 4s, 5 6s, just like that, straight to 50. Very good from you. Shows how good Gurbaz has been, though.
There you go. He's not in the field, but he knows that Bangladesh will require a wicket here. 112 now from 1 turn, 29 deliveries. It's again been a good over. They need a single to get this partnership to 50.
It's rare in these middle overs you'll get a wicket from nowhere. You tend to get a wicket as an accumulation of pressure. And that's what Masoom did in the previous over, and up until that wide, Nahid was starting to build on that. Again, it's quick, over 140. All the fans, young and old, enjoying every part of this series as the 50 partnership now comes up.
Yeah, he's probably eyeing to bowl that Yorker, just gone down the leg side. It was full, but it was not straight. Good carry to the keeper. 50 the partnership now.
It was a 5th wicket partnership in the first innings, wasn't it, that really brought Bangladesh into the contest, if anything ahead of the contest. The difference with this 4th wicket partnership for Afghanistan that's maybe getting them ahead of it has been the speed at which it's come. Really good combination between the 2 right-handers.
Even at that 17 that he has got of 21 deliveries, he's got a 4 and a 6 in that innings. So they're looking to pick a boundary. That's where they release the pressure. Bangladesh, Nahid Rana has not conceded a boundary in this over.
The crowd trying to rouse Bangladesh fans over the far side, almost reaching fever pitch. It's been much more fluent, isn't it? Right from the off, as soon as Ormitsai walked to the crease, Him and Gurbaz, they like batting together, and you can see why.
I thought the Bangladesh bowlers were guilty of bowling too short and too many times. And you got to give credit to the batters, especially Rahmanullah Gurbaz, to do what he did with the bat. Excellent, outstanding, an 80 of 91 now. Umar Zal, 17 of 21, partnership 51 of 55. Change in plan, slip in place. And the fielder at the short mid-wicket comes across to the cover.
Yorker very full in length, and Rashid Hussain can only get a hand on it at backward point. So it will be a single to round out the 29th, 136 for 3. Well, pretty much neck and neck according to the Worms, but key for Afghanistan, they've got that extra wicket in hand right now. Of course, Bangladesh were 4 down at this stage. And also, they just got that late firepower. Really, outside of Mahmudullah, nobody could offer today for Bangladesh. Think of Naeeb, who scored quickly in the second ODI, Nabi, who played so well in the first, and then that X-factor of Rashid Khan, if needed. I think Jonathan Trott will be the happier of the two head coaches right now, ahead of Phil Simmons. But as we've seen throughout this series, chasing at Sharjah, not necessarily easy. You can never feel comfortable and confident of victory till you're almost right over the finishing line.
Yeah, absolutely. I still feel both the coaches will be hoping that the game goes their way.
So change in the field here. We've seen kind of not quite a catching cover come in, but pretty close to the bat, maybe 16, 17 yards, something like that away. Same on the leg side, same at mid-wicket. So just trying to squeeze Ormitside, force him to play a big shot.
Yeah, the area that he will be eyeing is to play across the line and then against the spin towards mid-wicket or maybe long on. But he's bowled well because he hasn't allowed the batter to free his arms. That has been the key feature from Nasim Ahmed. That's the reason why the required run rate has just shot up. It's 5.32. Tuskin in.
Set!
The plan so nearly worked there, but it just evades the man at that short cover. I almost feel as though the two right-handers know that Nasim is one of the big threats in this Bangladesh bowling lineup. They're almost happy to see him out. Now a change in the field. For Omitsai, long on was up. For Gurbaz, he goes back. You can see how cautious they have been against the left-arm spinner. Only has 2 overs remaining after this.
Yeah, it's an excellent over. Remember, Andrew, it's only just a single, but who's on strike? It's Rahmanullah Gurbaz. And he will keep the strike. Pinches a single. Another good over comes to an end. Only 2 in that over. After 30, Afghanistan 138 for 3.
It's a tremendous fight back from Afghanistan. Another partnership. Gurbaz is still out there, nearing a century, 81 of 93. Afghanistan 107 runs away to win this. Bangladesh couple of strikes away from making it extremely interesting. Mustafizer is back. To Afghanistan's credit, they've got that required rate around, hovering around 5.2 and 5.3. I think that's where they've been so good.
Yeah, and to Bangladesh credit, the last 20 balls since the boundary's been hit by Afghanistan, so they have brought themselves back into this sort of, but the equation is the required run rate is only under 6, and Afghanistan have 7 wickets in the bank. These two, if could continue another few overs, could be interesting. So if they really run quick, 54 of 63 deliveries, 55 of 64 now. So it's been good partnership. Really fast and aggressive. Running between the wickets been beautiful. Put the pressure back onto the fielders. Hitting big shots.
"21 balls since the last boundary was hit. Partnership of 55. Making use of the angle. This partnership seems to be on cruise control, and I think they're doing an absolute fine job of it. Gurbaz needs to calm down, just look for 100. 100 from him would mean Afghanistan in a great position to win this contest. Another 20-30 from him could seize the moment, seize the initiative. That's good running, excellent piece of running.
Yeah, both of them are very quick between the wicket. They are communicating nicely. Call and everything is absolutely phenomenal. This is very important that two batters have a good chemistry between them. I brought up earlier, these two back and Shpagiza 2020 were in the same team. Rahmanullah Gurbaz was leading the team. They won the final, Kabul Eagles. Azmatullah was the joint player of the tournament in that Shpagiza League 2020 alongside Karim Jannat. So it's good to see good chemistry between them. Ticking along nicely.
Chance at the non-striker's end. He dives, gets in probably. Has been a touch hyper every now and then, Gurbaz.
Yeah, this one really quick to the fielder. Ground fielding has been very good. The fielders closing in the circle, doing a fine job. Aiming at the... Oh, that could have been out. Yet another chance. Another survival for Rahmanullah Gurbaz. A dangerous, living dangerously there, Rahmanullah Gurbaz.
Yeah, chance at the non-striker's end. They once again missed the target. Bangladesh close, but not close enough to uncouple the pair. 142 for the loss of 3, and we'll have a little pause here for drinks. is on 21.
Yeah, it's been a good start for Afghanistan. Nahid Rana came with a lot of style, got the wicket of Siddiqat early on, and then Rahmat Shah falling to Mustafizin. The last wicket to fall was Hashmatullah Shahidi, taken nicely at the slip by Shomer Sarkar, who's been doing brilliantly as a slip fielder. Nahid and in the process both batters been hitting boundaries alone nicely. Azmatullah Omarzai, a very promising prospect for Afghanistan, batting nicely out there. Bangladesh missed a few chances. Last delivery.
Yeah, it's been a mixed bag as far as fielding is concerned. Couple of run-out misses, narrow escapes. One or two very good catches. Required rate has gone up just a little bit, 5.42.
Tough decisions to make as a captain, right? Nasrum has been very economical, but he hasn't taken any wickets. So do you keep the 2 overs of Nasrum to put pressure if there is any wicket that falls? Or is that you can keep Nahid Rana towards the later part of the innings? It's very interesting. You want to break the partnership, but you want to keep something for the later part. Never know what can happen. This is the final of the 3 ODI matches series in Afghanistan. Seem to be in a very good position from here.
Nasum and Pacers. Nahid would be an ideal combo in the last part of the innings or the run chase. One with sheer pace, the other with the ball spinning. That's hit with the angle. And Gurbaz is quick enough to make it quite easily for the second.
Yeah, but it is that, would it be too little too late? Because if Gurbaz and Azmat continue for another 5 overs, say, striking at this level that they are, they could seal the fate of this game.
Fidai, still 100 runs required. It's going to be tough. It's not going to be straight walk in the park.
I absolutely agree with you, Ramesh. This is true. I mean, it's a 50-over game, too early to say. But it's just that how you see in the context of the game, partnerships really can take the game away from you. You have wickets in the bank. You can always cash it out towards the later part of the innings. We just saw Bangladesh doing it nicely. 145 for a partnership is the reason why they were able to put that 244, cashing it out nicely in the last 10 overs.
Brilliant.
Yeah, all they need is a bit of discipline to take that required rate up 5.5. It's 5.56. Just keep an eye on it. That may just impact the batting style in the next 10 or 15 minutes.
Yeah, but I like for Rahmanullah Gurbaz telling the batter that there is an empty area. Now the fielder who was at the square leg has been pushed to the fine leg. Interesting over this, eventful a bit, I guess. 2 runs only coming off it. Nice start. 144 for 3.
Bangladesh have got a great variety as far as bowling options are concerned. Mustafi is coming on to bowl, left arm angle. 2 for 26. Has had a good day or a good night, evening, whatever you want to call it. Very good economy to go with his 2 wickets. Yeah, he's done that right throughout his spell. Just accuracy, banking on that accuracy, that hard length.
Hasn't he had a great series so far? He's been among wickets. He's bowled brilliantly. He's got 8 wickets so far. He's got another 3.5 overs to bowl. You never know. He's been brilliant. He's been wicket to wicket. He's bowled beautiful cutters, good short pitch deliveries. He's bowled brilliantly.
Yeah, another good delivery. Keeping it nice and tight every now and then. He's got this ability to go hard at the batsman with his bouncer. A good pace surprised Rahmatullah, and then this wonderful catch in the slips. Brilliant catch.
Yeah, and if you look at how things are going, it's 33 deliveries since the last boundary's been hit. So you'll tell maybe some pressure building by Bangladesh. It's been good comeback.
Gurbaz survives the scare. In fact, it's Umar Zai who was at the the striker's end.
There was sound. I heard some sound there. Did Gurbaz just get another life? Oh, it bounced. Here it is in this series. Ala Mohammad Ghazanfar. What a prospect he is for Afghanistan. Young, 18 years old, and 8 wickets to him. Alongside him is Mustafizur Rahman. 8 wickets, and he's still got a few more deliveries to bowl. Rashid Khan and Taskin Ahmad and Azmatullah Omarzai all sharing 5 wickets each. It's been a good series for Mustafizur Rahman.
Oh, that's hit magnificently for 6. What a lift off. Umar Zai there, probably picking up the slow ball from Mustafiz.
He's got beautiful hook shots. 150 up for Afghanistan. Picks it up nicely. This is one of his signature shots, I'll tell you, of Azmatullah Omarzai. He plays it beautifully. Now the famine of boundary after 34 deliveries finally been broken. And a beautiful maximum to break it to the cheer of the Afghan crowd here at Sharjah Cricket Stadium.
I think a very important hand here. The focus has been on Gurbaz, but spare a thought for Umar Zai also. He came in when the pressure was extremely high on Afghanistan. They were reeling under 4 wickets, lost their captain. He walked in, steered this innings through this wonderful partnership, and is 29. More at home against pace than spin.
Yeah, he hit one beautiful shot against Mehdi Hasan Miraj earlier as well for a maximum, but I was talking to him, I said, take some time, settle yourself in before you come and start scoring. He says, they didn't give me time to settle in. Both occasions, it was for the first time in the ODIs that he was out for duck, and not once, it was twice. This time around should give him some confidence. The fact that he's still out in the middle, having scored 29 runs and batting beautifully. Afghanistan need him there. He's been a great find for Afghanistan in the ODI World Cup 2023 when he started batting at number 5.
Finds the field at cover. And after 33 overs, 151 for 3. Miraz very keen to use himself at this stage. Nasum has got few overs left. The ball is certainly gripping more than it was in the first innings. Afghanistan cannot afford to make a mistake. Oh, that's gone up in the air. That's cleared the fence. Mighty six. Picked up the link so early and deposited it over square leg.
Yeah, the highest runs for the Afghanistan batter in this series, 84, was Mohammad Nabi's before this in the first ODI. Waited for it. Too short, waited on the back foot and smashed this beautifully for a high and handsome maximum. Happy faces at the dugout will tell you the story. The fans love it. This is the way to start the over, isn't it?
Works it into the gap. It's good batting into the 90s now, Gurbaz. I don't know whether this is working for Bangladesh. Miraz's spell at this stage. Nasum was bowling very nicely. And Umarzai was struggling to pick his spin, his length, and certainly this angle for the right-hander. The off-spin angle to the right-hander is actually making things easier for Afghanistan.
And he got him out in the second ODI, remember? One that just turned around and got him bowled out. Didn't have a clue about it. Now this is a good start, but there's one opportunity for Bangladesh, you'll tell. Sometimes the batters in the nervous 90s can take some time. Afghanistan batter Rahmanullah Gurbaz against South Africa took quite some time in his 90s. One thing we have changed now in the field is earlier he had a square leg, he removed it to a fine leg, and all of a sudden the runs have started coming off that region.
He's got to look to make the batsman drive. I think he's bowling a little too short. It's a slow pitch, so it allows the batsman to play that off spin off the back foot. He's got to just pitch it up, make them drive against the spin. The ball is turning. Attack from that off stump line.
Yeah, there should be a lot of pressure. He's leading his side for the first time. Batted brilliantly for sure, but Afghanistan playing nicely here. Solid defense to end the over. 9 runs coming off it. End of 34. Afghanistan are going along nicely at 160 for 3.
Nasum, 8 overs, none for 22. Is back bowling again, and this has to make the difference. Bangladesh have taken a little bit of risk here. He's got 2 overs left. They desperately need to break this partnership. Starts out well. He flies the ball, he pitches it up, asking the batsman to go for that drive. He spins it from close range as well. So many good things to look at.
Yeah, in the left arm angle, talk about that. I think Bangladesh are also missing the services of Mahmudullah, because he could have also been very handy. He's bowled brilliantly in this series. It's just pity that scoring that brilliant 98, it's not that he would be able to come and bowl. Another 10 deliveries for Nasum. Will they just play it cautiously?
Good bowling, Nasum.
Seems like that has got to be the plan. Just let him bowl his 10 overs. Just see him off. Thank you very much. 20-odd runs. We've scored from you. We don't want to give you the wicket. That should be the mindset for the Afghanistan batters. The Afghanistan Cricket Board CEO here out in the middle watching his team. Should certainly be hoping for Afghanistan to seal the series. The physio has been out to attend Rahmanullah Gurbaz. I believe the ball might have just hurt him.
Gurbaz is cramping up in the arm, I think. Your veins stiffen up, and so that hand refuses to work. It's a very ugly feeling. because you stiffen up. It takes a little bit of time for water, for circulation to kick in.
Good bowling, Nasum.
Yeah, the clarity is what the Afghanistan batters are showcasing over there. They know how well Nasum is bowled. They just want him to bowl because they say it's how well you bowl. At the end of the day, you only bowl 6 deliveries.
Yeah, I mean, they've gone a little quiet, the Bangladeshi side of the enclosure. And that's how this game has been. Yeah, they're waiting for things to happen. Pensive faces. Fans are under pressure. They absolutely help their team. They're the best 12th man in the world. Irrespective of how the team plays, they're there behind them, geeing them up, encouraging them. 160 for 3.
The glorious-looking Sharjah Cricket Stadium is hosting Etisalat Cup, Afghanistan versus Bangladesh series. The decider, the third match of the series. It's a Firebird production for Afghanistan cricket board. It's captivating, it's thrilling, it's gripping, it's riveting cricket on display. Pulls. That is an outstanding stroke, an outrageous stroke. That's there on the roofs of Sharjah. Stunning stroke play from Umar Jai.
Azmat Omar Zai is on fire. What a shot that is. What a sound on the bat. That was a maiden over, the previous one. Doesn't matter. First ball from Madison Miraj. And look at the way she goes. That's out of the ground. Oh, what a shot. What a hit.
It's an enormous 6. It's huge. It's a mountainous 6. The ball has disappeared.
Yeah, the last over that he bowled from this end, the first ball also went for the 6. Then there was a maiden over. But what a shot. What a shot. Yeah, no contribution with the bat from the first two ODIs, but have a look at this one. Inning of 36 of just 42 and a partnership worth 82 of just 93 runs. Closing in, required run at 5.33. Bangladesh needs a wicket.
Knocks it down the ground to take a single. Excellent partnership developing at a good rate as well. They're taking the game forward.
Yeah, outstanding from Rahmanullah Gurbaz once again getting into a 50 and then hanging on. Last 2 times that he did that, once he crosses over the 50 against the same opposition, there was 100 on the card, and once again just 9 away.
Just waiting for it to come down. Slow through the air, that delivery from Miraj into his 8th over, none for 46. That was a humongous 6. Picks the length early. Just knocking it down the ground. That's been the hallmark. Hitting boundaries and taking singles.
Yeah, good sensible batting, because if you pick up a 6 of the very first delivery of an over, then you don't really have to look to play big shots. It's a couple of singles and 6, already 8 in this over. The required run rate is 5.37. They're well ahead.
On to 37-43, 77 to win from 86. Sensible with his stroke play. Umar Jai. the innings that he played against South Africa at Ahmedabad has turned him a better cricketer. Chance wants to run, hesitation. Misfield. All happening. 36 overs gone. 168 for 3. Afghanistan. It's going along nicely for Afghanistan. Gradual acceleration in his stroke making and run making as well. Gurbaz on a strike. Nasoom to continue into his 10th over.
Yeah, he's bowled well. He's been unlucky not to pick up a wicket. He's been the most economical bowler for Bangladesh. In the 10th over, he's just gone for 22.
Once again, good delivery. He's drawing the batter forward. Nice, repeatable action. Nasoom.
It looks like Shumbo Sharkar is loosening up in the slips. Maybe over from him. Desperately looking to break this partnership. Desperately looking to a bowler who can manage to break this partnership, pick a wicket.
Yet to concede a boundary, Nasoom, in this spell. Down the track. Works through the onside. Risky single taken.
That fielder is a little bit on the edge of the circle. The single is always available. But they played Nasoom Ahmed sensibly, because knowing that he has been the best bowler, so they're giving him the respect. And still, with 7 wickets in hand, they're in a very comfortable position, Afghanistan. So this is good thinking. You got to figure out who are the ones you can take the chances. And if someone is bowling a good line and length, then pay respect. That's exactly what they have done. 1 ball to face in this over. Another very good over for Nasoom Ahmed. Just a single in this over.
Brilliant. Just a single. Boundary-less spell from Nasoom. None for 24 in 10 overs. A remarkable spell. 37 gone. 170 for 3 Afghanistan. Two wickets for Mustafizur, 2 for 33 in 7 overs, 1 for 21 in 7 overs for Nahid Rana. A young sensation. He's quick, he bowls 150. Change in bowling. Soumya Sarkar into the attack. Soumya Sarkar. Big start.
That's the last option they have, Bangladesh. They've gone to someone like Shumbo Sharkar, right arm medium. He's been pretty decent in the field. He's taken some outstanding catches. What they require from him now, a wicket. 3 on the offside inside the circle.
Takes the edge, goes fine. Just a single.
The reason for him to attempt to play that shot was because of the fact that there is a mid-off inside the circle. So maybe almost I felt that yes, he was in with a chance to hit it over the top of the on the offside, down the ground. Not there, not there. It's in a genuine edge, but it flies to the vacant area.
Lovely stroke, straight down the ground. Magnificent strike from Gurbaz as he moves on to 99. Terrific ball striking straight down the ground.
You could see the difference. We saw what Omarzai tried to do. Probably wanted to play a similar kind of shot, but have a look at this. He's got his dancing shoes on. Lovely strike, straight down the ground, right from the middle part of the bat. What a shot. It's his 7th of the inning, just one away from yet another 100 in one-day international.
Excellent delivery. Operating at 117, just getting the ball to move a bit. 99 of 116. A conversation between the two batters.
Yeah, what a knock. What a knock this is turning out to be from Rahmanullah Gurbaz. Has played some glorious shots, especially on the onside, but the last one I thought was a pick for me. The best so far, down the ground all the way. Nailed it superbly. 7 already in this over.
Few changes in the field. Keeper comes up to the stance. Gurbaz had the tendency of coming down the pitch. Crowd in anticipation. Turns the ball around the onside. He says, yeah. Record-shattering 100 from Gurbaz. A sparkling century. 8th ODI 100 for Gurbaz, most for Afghanistan. 3rd versus Bangladesh, most for Afghanistan. 3rd at Sharjah, most for Afghanistan. He's the heartbeat of Afghanistan cricket as he receives standing ovation. Gurbaz is glorious. He's the prince of Afghanistan cricket. Well played, Rahmanullah Gurbaz.
Yeah, what a knock. What a knock. It was never going to be easy to see and go and chase 244. But with him, the kind of innings he has played, it is simply brilliant. Strike it of 85, 117 deliveries for his 8th one-day international 100, the most from Afghanistan. And he enjoys batting here at Sharjah. 3rd against Bangladesh, and also 3rd at the same venue in Sharjah.
Swings away on the onside. Will pick up a boundary. This has been an expensive over from Sarkar. 38 gone. 182 for 3 Afghanistan. Afghanistan accelerating well, cruising along at the moment. 182 for 3. This has been an astonishing 100 from Gurbaz. 100 of 117. Charming prince of Afghanistan cricket, continuing to deliver in pressure situations. Was struggling for form coming into this tournament. This series, a couple of low scores. It's back again in run-making form. He's playing a match-winning knock for Afghanistan. What a cricketer.
Yeah, what about Azmatullah Omarzai? The innings that he has played, 43 of 50, the partnership 83. His strike rate's better than Gurbaz. So if you get support from the other end, then lives get easier. It was a bit of a struggle. It was a struggle when Hashmatullah Shahidi was in, because he only scored 6 of 21 deliveries. But what a fantastic effort from Azmatullah Omarzai.
Amazing 100, sparkling 100 from Gurbaz. A determined 100, a game-changing 100. Squirts the ball away on the offside for a single. It's a matter of feeling how you secure the atmosphere at the crease, the positivity that you bring. One partner gets motivated from another.
Yeah, 100 partnership now. Most hundreds for Afghanistan in ODI. There you go. He's right at the top of the order. Followed by Mohammad Shahzad, Ibrahim Zadran and Rahmat Shah.
Keep bowling.
Yeah, they still require 61 and 69 deliveries. They need to remember that. It can be tricky if they lose wickets. And that's exactly what Bangladesh would be hoping for.
Mid-off up in the circle. Swings it on the onside, fielder on the boundary. Takes the catch. The partnership has been broken. Gurbaz, the Centurion, is out. Is dismissed. Held on the boundary. And Miraj strikes to the delight of Bangladeshi fans.
Now is this the game-changing moment? That's what Bangladesh should be hoping for. What a terrific innings. But it has come to an end. He's not happy, and he shouldn't be happy. Just from the cue when I was saying, if they lose wicket now, you never know. Just from the bottom part of the bat, and it's the skipper, Mehdi Miraj, who does the trick. And he picks up wicket of Rahmanullah Gurbaz. He goes for after making a very, very good 101. Afghanistan 184 for 4.
It's electric atmosphere here at the Sharjah Cricket Stadium to welcome Gulbuddin Naib. He's a flexible cricketer, Gulbuddin Naib. 86 matches, loads of experience for him. Averaging 20. He's got experience of finishing the matches for Afghanistan. Sharp turn! Sharp turn, huge appeal, not entertained by the umpire. Will they go for the review? Yes, they will.
TV umpire to director. We have a player review for LBW. Original decision is not out. I have checked the feed. It's a fair delivery. Front on, please. Appears to be no bat involved. To confirm ultra edge, please. Keep rolling. Keep rolling. I can see gap between ball and bat. Satisfied? No bat involved. Yes, keep rolling. Ball tracking, please. Original decision, no doubt. Pitching outside off. Impact in line. Wickets missing. Izzat, stay with your original not out decision. Stand by. You're on screen. Make a signal, please.
Excellent decision from Izzatullah Shafi. The on-field umpire, sharp turn, 39 gone, 184 for 4. Fascinating, gripping, riveting chase on card here at the Sharjah Cricket Stadium. 61 to win from 66 for Afghanistan in the chase. Centurion Gurbaz is out, back in the pavilion. Omarzai, 41 of 51. Change in bowling, Sorryful, none for 42. Very, very expensive. Can he redeem himself? Brilliant. But they will steal a single. Fumble resulting in a single.
They need to be sharp here because it was hit straight on to the fielder. That's the wicket. That is the big wicket. Is this going to be the game-changing moment for Bangladesh? Yeah, pretty easy in the end. It's straight. But what a knock. He's disappointed. He should be disappointed because they were well set. Brilliant 100 from Rahmanullah Gurbaz. Yeah, you got to seize the momentum. Bangladesh all of a sudden have got themselves in for something. Shariful Islam will need to bowl well here. Has been expensive.
Up and over, not in control of the stroke. Gulbuddin.
Short and wide. Not the right line and length from Shariful Islam. You just got in the middle. So what you require to do is to make sure that even if you don't get a wicket, make sure he stays on strike. He's got off strike now. Azmatullah Omarzai. What does he do? Does he take a few chances here? Or does he just bat through? There's still a long way to go. 59 in 64.
It is found. That did not carry. Just bouncing in front of wicketkeeper.
I simply don't understand how far is Jakar Ali standing behind the stumps. It's a genuine nick. It's a genuine nick that should have gone into the gloves. Yash fell short. Maybe a step up. Maybe a couple of steps closer to the stumps. Makes such a huge difference. He knows it.
Omarzai 45, Gulbuddin 1, 186 for 4. Firm drive. Good loud call from Omarzai. Tension. Building up.
He knows that he has to stay there till the very end. Azmatullah Omarzai. That's the reason why I feel that he's not going to take chances now. Because if he does, and if it doesn't come off, oh, trouble. A fielder now goes down towards deep mid-wicket area.
Lovely stroke just for single.
Bangladesh and Shariful Islam will still be quite pleased because singles is going to be difficult to stop them picking up the singles. If you can manage to stop them scoring boundaries, good job. And that's exactly what he has done. 5 deliveries, he's just given away 3 runs. A single delivery which is to be bowled to Gulbuddin Naib.
Nabi to come. Karachi to come. Excellent delivery. 40 gone, 187 for 4.
Really good second power play for Afghanistan, despite the loss of that Rahmanullah Gurbaz wicket right towards the end of it. We're into the third and final power play. The match is on the line, the series is on the line, and it's all going to come down to these final 60 deliveries. Afghanistan need 58. They probably have it under control. Can we see the birth of a new young star here for Bangladesh? Recall for a third spell of Naheed. He's bowled with fire and aggression, as I'm joined by Ramiz Raja.
Yeah, I mean, this is the turning point of this run chase. Naheed versus Afghanistan. And after Gurbaz's wicket, this run chase has been pushed into a bit of a turbulence. Feel the nerves jangling. Afghanistan inching towards a famous win. They've still got a lot of road to cover. 57 in 59 balls. Anything can happen. Couple of blows and they can lose this run chase quite dramatically.
This goes straight up. Keeper calls for it and somehow holds on. He did almost everything wrong when he was underneath it, but that matters not because he's held the catch. There's always a twist, and the twist is coming here in the third power play. Great catch in the end.
Yeah, fantastic catch, because keepers are not normally used to catching such high balls. And it's Gurbaz who's fallen prey to nerves, to the situation. He wanted a mighty swing at somebody who's bowling at over 140 clicks. In the end, he got it covered. It earlier missed in one of the earlier games. It missed a sitter, a sky which he had dropped. This time not to be. So it's going to be mighty interesting from here till the end. Now Afghanistan lose another wicket. They're 188 for 5.
Well, we felt it would all be decided in the third and final power play. Bangladesh strike the first blow, bringing Mohammad Nabi now to the crease. All that experience is the star of the show, really, in that first ODI with the bats for Afghanistan. They need him as much as ever right now. Oh, now this is vicious. A young man at the start of his career against a legend of the game towards the end in his ODI career. Remember, he's announced he's calling it quits after the Champion Trophy. This is fast and fiery.
Didn't have a lot of time to react, just shying away from the line of that one. He was standing way behind, deep in the crease, and still couldn't manage this one properly. This really hit him hard. Part of the grail to go with the glove, but he survives, and we know that Nabi is a hard nut to crack. Somehow has got to partner Omarzai here right till the end.
All is fair in love and war, Ramiz. A smile on both men's faces there. Whereas just checking that Nabi was okay. Oh, this is box office viewing here. I think it might have been a cutter, a little change of pace trying to fox Nabi. Now here's the wicket. Not a great shot. How is the keeper held on to this?
It was a brilliant catch actually in the end, because he called for it, had to adjust because it went to the moon and came back. What you call a moon ball. But he was committed to it. Really, it was a great catch that.
Nabi would be happy to get off the mark, and that's what he does. It's an amazing catch because he almost did everything wrong with his feet, and he got lost like a deer in the headlights underneath it, but managed to get the dive in at the end to hold on. Big wicket.
Got to get the fielders in. No point in keeping them at the edge of the ring. Omarzai is not going to hit him for a 4 or a 6 at this stage. It's about managing the next ball or so.
Interesting, he's keeping 5 up in the ring. Doesn't have to do that. I think they want Nabi on strike. They'd love a dot here. They won't get a dot because that's a flowing drive. Just the second boundary off Naheed, over pitch, yes. But what a way to get to 50 from Azmatullah Armatsai. We're seeing some young stars really step up here. A fine innings, 193 for 5. .52 to win off 54 deliveries. And that 41st over had a bit of everything, real drama in it, shades maybe. And the Adelaide Oval in 2015 as Shane Watson was roughed up, but Afghanistan at the end of that. A sparkling boundary from Azmatullah Armatsai. He's got to 50, Ramiz. It's been a fine knock.
Yeah, not as pacey as he was in his first spell. That was a half volley and staying inside the line of that ball and then hammering it past cover. What a drama we had in that last over. Short ball hitting Nabi on the glove. He was shaken, stirred, shaken, but not down. And then suddenly from nowhere, Omarzai produced that lovely cover drive.
Amazing to think of the talent the young man in your screen possesses. 24 years of age, 4 wickets in the first innings. You look at his last little period, his last 12 months in ODI cricket. There were some breakout innings at the ODI World Cup. 73 not out against Sri Lanka. Pune 97 not out against South Africa in Ahmedabad. And then the bilateral series against Sri Lanka, 149 not out off 115. He's averaging the best part of 50 with the bat. That's to go with his bowling. They keep uncovering gems, Afghanistan. And this one, Armatsai, he's right towards the top of the list, isn't he? Still just 24.
What is likable about his batting is that he's played the situation. He's not really gone after the bowling. It's just been measured steps. And his first workload was to get a partnership rolling with Gurbaz, which he did so well. And then every now and then you saw that from him. Lovely cover drive, punishing pull. And is determined to see this off for Afghanistan.
I love that 99m6 onto the main road. Just stood and admired it, didn't he? Naturally aggressive, naturally attacking. If you contrast that first innings where Mehdi Hassan Miraz played nicely but just really battled to get the strike rate up. Armatsai right from the off has been striking it above 80. And with Gurbaz's power to go with it, it's been a great combination for Afghanistan.
So the situation now for Afghanistan is that they need 6.12 to get over the line. And so every dot would mean that required way to jump up. How will they manage that? How will that indulge them, engage them? How will that hit the psyche? Will he be hitting the ball hard? Now that's perfectly done by Omarzai. All he has to do is to play like this and stay till the end. But you can expect a different reaction from Nabi because he's a big striker of the ball. 6 and over required. So the options available. Mustafiz has got 3, is wonderful with change of pace and a great death bowler. Now he has got 2 left. Sharaful has got 3 left after this. So still plenty of good options available for Miraz.
They're the 5 key overs though. The first 2 bowling options you mentioned. The youngster on debut and then the experience of Mustafiz. Still believe if Azmatullah Armatsai is here in the 50th over, Afghanistan win. That required win rate won't be an issue. 42 bowled, 196 for 5. It's perfectly poised. Grandstand finish to what's been a brilliant series. And he's going to continue. Nabi, well, it's very blatant, isn't it? He doesn't like the pace, he wants to get off strike.
Yeah, you've got to have that fielder in. It's about keeping Nabi on strike. It's as simple as that. The pace is up, so he's got to put in the hard yards here. He's got to really let it rip. You see, he wants to be at the non-strikers end. 6 and over, a single really will not damage Bangladesh a great deal, but ideally they would want Nabi to be on strike.
I do like the captaincy, slip in place and 5 up in the circle. Only has to have 4 in the 30 yards. Nabi just can't find a way to get off strike, and that required run rate will start to rise.
The advantage with sheer pace is that you can have a mid-off and mid-on up in the ring, because it hampers your bat speed, that kind of pace. You want to get underneath the ball, but you can't because of ferocious pace. And Nabi at number 7, even though he's so talented and such a great instinctive hitter, it'll be very tough for him really to airlift him past his head.
Yeah, for Naheed Rana, all he needs to do is continue doing what he's done all day. And that's hammer away back of a length. Doesn't need to go full, doesn't need to hunt for wickets. That's what he keeps doing. Look for the single, and they will get there. After a stutter step, some hesitation. There's the cutter from Naheed. Nabi does enough to get 1.
I mean, he really wanted this single, Nabi, and he was off straight away. There's a little bit of hesitation, but he eventually made his ground. Umar Zaid, what should he do now? It's 6.4 runs per over. Should he continue picking singles, or should he take a risk, and that too against Naheed? Not too sure. I think they've got to let it go. 8.3 overs. They can attack from the other end. He's on song. He's bowling at a good pace. He's bowling a straight line. Let's see.
For the Yorker, gets away with the low full toss. Again over 90 miles an hour. I think what Afghanistan have done really well in this innings is identify who they want to target. They've almost played Nasum out. They felt he was the threat. They've gone after Sharaful, they've gone after Miraz. Challenge will be Mustafizer's not going to be easy to score off in the final 3 overs that he has. And then this young man still has 1 more to his name after this. So that could be 4 rather tight overs. It means that Armitsai and Nabi are going to have to take down the other ones. Still pick up the 1s and 2s here where they can. Required run rate, it is rising. Every dot's a winner for Bangladesh right now.
That's good thinking. That is such good thinking from a young kid. Shortening the length. He's dead keen on hitting him through the offside, looking for that fuller length. Umar Zaid, and what he does, he shortens it. And change of pace also. I think it was the cross seam bouncer. 6.7 and over. Now with Mustafiz still to come, it's going to be a Herculean task now for Afghanistan to get over the line. Somebody really will have to play a fabulous cameo here. From here till the end, could it be Nabi? Could it be Umar Zaid? The last 20 runs are going to make the difference at pace. That's another bouncer, and it's been given as a wide. But the idea is right. I think he's doing a fabulous job here, thinking on his own, and almost pulled it off with another short one.
My initial instinct was this was the right call. good umpiring in pairs, as they always will do like this. Isatullah looked across at Alex Wharf. Alex Wharf clearly extended his arms and says, I think it's over the head height, the standing position. Ignore the crouch there. So he almost has to have a line, doesn't he? Rana not happy with it, but for me, definitely the right call. This means this one will probably be a bit fuller. I might be happy with the single. Will probably want to strike. That's what he'll get. Good batting. He holds the key with 7 remaining. 199 for 5. Bangladesh are trying to do something away from home that they've never done before. They've only ever done it at home against Zimbabwe 4 times and South Africa once. That is, win an ODI series having trailed in it. They lost the first game on Wednesday, they squared it on Saturday, and they close out a win here on Monday. Nabi given his 1 for the over. Armitsai desperate to get going now, isn't he? Required run rate rising, causing issues. This over from Sharaful is this one that he will target. Look for the boundaries.
Yeah, I think there's a slight window of opportunity for Afghanistan. Not given as a wide, but hitting the deck hard and bowling that shorter ball. 128 kmph.
Very marginal. You can see why Azmatullah's asked the question, can't you? It's an action replay of the one that was given as a wide off Rana. Slower ball into the surface. Gets safely home for a single. 200 comes up, but still work to do for Afghanistan. Ramiz, it looks nailed on for a final over finish, doesn't it?
Absolutely, yes. We're in for a roller coaster ride. 45 or 40 balls. 5 wickets down. With Mustafiz still to come, I think it's advantage Bangladesh.
There's almost a palpable tension building around the ground, isn't there? Such colour and noise and energy in the crowd. Both sets of supporters have been unbelievably vocal, created great energy. And then we've got a young captain who's captaining his country for the very first time. And which way is he going to go? Who will he turn to next? Every dot right now is really hurting the Blue Tigers, the men in blue.
If the pitch was only 10 yards, he could have made that single. After playing every delivery is off, Nabi. He's got to connect. Right now, I think the thinking is to rotate the strike, is not really look to absolutely nail one.
A little bit of a thought about mid-on coming up into the circle, but he stays back. Goes Fuller just where Nabi likes it. He'll get 4. The pressure was really building on the president himself. He responds in some style, as he so often has for his nation. Big boundary, that one.
I mean, it's a slow ball tried, and under pressure, you've got to get it right. And obviously, it turned out to be a juicy half volley, and so the pressure is off. Nabi was struggling to time them, and suddenly his eyes lit up the moment he saw that length.
Yeah, mid-off up in the circle. It's keeping flying leg and deep third back. Instructions coming on from Phil Simmons. This time pace on. Now, was there a tickle on that?
I'm sure there was. I heard it. I absolutely heard it. Bangladesh feel there's nothing there. You got to take a DRS. Come on, boys. Nah. Ali says, forget it. I heard it in my ear from up here that there was a little sound, woody sound.
Also maybe just a touch of inexperience from Mehdi Hassan Miraz. He's out at long on there. He never got into his teammates quick enough. Listen, misses the outside edge.
Yeah, I mean, nothing there, I think.
You're just living the excitement with me, Ramiz.
No, I think it's age.
Not at all. There was something. There often can be, just becomes very close. There can be half a noise. Not the edge, though. Good decision not to review from Bangladesh. Well, they need a touch over 6 and over. They've got 6 from that one. It's 2:05 for 5. Well, these worms haven't left each other too much today. There was a glut of wickets at the end for Bangladesh in the first innings. Afghanistan will not be able to afford that. It's 40 to win off 36. Just seen Sharaful go off. Taskin Ahmed's come on as a sub-fielder. This is a big call, though. 100th ODI. His first ever match as the full captain of his country at a senior level. Mehdi Hassan Miraz, he's got one left. And he's going to bowl himself to 2 right-handers who love spin bowling. This is a risk reward here. Big call from the new captain.
Yeah, I mean, it could be leading from the front. In a crunch situation, the captain wants the ball. Now, whether it works or not, that's another thing. The natural angle to a right-hander from an off-spinner could go big through mid-wicket or long on. Here we go then.
Immediately, that's where he tries to go.
He's just got to push the ball up. Make them drive against the spin. I think he's been a little short only.
This is the one in the previous over. Just a single. I think Ormitsai is going to go after Hassan Miraz here. Confirmation, just in case you didn't believe us, Ramiz. Definitely not out. Appealing for everything, aren't they? Jacker Ali was the one in the end who warned them off and said, I don't think so. Ormitsai loves a slog sweep, also loves that area between long on and mid-wicket. There's about probably 40 yards between them.
Yeah, boy, yeah, boy.
Well enough bowled to keep it out of the hitting arc.
Keeping it nice and up. That's the way to go at a good pace as well, Miraz. Will he take a risk? The keeper is saying Marega is going to go for it. Let's see.
Jacker Ali is spot on the money. He has gone for it. And he's got enough of it. It's his favourite area, just as we were talking about it. Azmatullah Ormitsai, what a star you are.
Marega indeed. Yeah, in his arc, and he absolutely nailed it. What a good shot under pressure. He just couldn't afford to misfire this one. On one knee and hammering it past mid-wicket. That's a huge hit under pressure.
Almost sky as high as it's gone long, hasn't it? Soared into the night sky. And he thinks with that maximum, maybe he's got enough. Ramiz, I think those ears of yours are still pretty good. You translated that beautifully for me. Well, 7 runs from the over. The game continues to hang in the balance. It's 2-1-2 for 5.
spine-tingling cricket ahead of us. 33 to win from 30 for Afghanistan in the chase. It's been a remarkable chase already.
Absolutely, this is a game that has captured all our hearts with the twists and turns at every corner. Looks like everyone's game. Every single ball is a story unfolding. It's been a real nail-biter, isn't it? But the two out in the middle, Azmatullah Omarzai alongside Mohammad Nabi. Remember, these two had put 242-run partnership for the 6th wicket. The highest, second highest partnership ever for the Afghanistan batters. And the second highest for the 6th wicket. Once again, have a job to do.
Nabi is driving through the offside. Just a single. Captivating cricket here at Sharjah.
How about Azmatullah Omarzai? For a 50 and a 4-wicket haul in the same ODI for Afghanistan, he is joining the club with the likes of Mohammad Nabi, who did it against Canada in 2011. And Javed Ahmadi against Ireland in 2015. Rashid Khan in 2016 against Ireland. And now Azmatullah Omarzai, real game changer. 4 wickets to him earlier on, and now 60 and still there. Can Fizz do the magic? The Bangladesh fans will be looking at him because he has got the ability.
Another single. Another single. Is taking it deep.
The equation has come down to 31 runs of 28. The partnership, 26 of 31 deliveries. Nabi early on in the first ODI scored a brilliant 84, on the back of which Afghanistan was able to register the first victory. Then the second one, Bangladesh winning it comprehensively, beating Afghanistan by 68 runs. Now into the third and the final match, and what a nail-biter we've got for ourselves.
Another single. Good, sensible cricket from Mr. President.
I'm sure people having their heart out in their hands. Mohammad Nabi, this seed is scoring 84 in the first, 17 in the second, and still there. And Afghanistan need him there. 12 unbeaten of 16 deliveries, scored one. He's hit one boundary.
Omarzai holds the key for Afghanistan. Superb stroke. He's playing it along the ground. They're not taking any risk here.
Even that there have been some beautiful shots, maximum hit by Gurbaz, so many also by Azmatullah Omarzai. But what a beautiful drive that was. So pleasing to the eye. Moving forward nicely, putting your body behind it, showing the full face of the bat and guiding it nicely and keeping it to the ground, most importantly, because the nerves come into play.
This could well be the last match at Sharjah for Nabi in one-day internationals. Leading edge over the top. Wants the second run, throw towards the keeper's end. Nabi has to hurry. He reaches to the safety of the crease. To a round of applause from the crowd.
This one taking lead in age, but young 39-year-old Mohammad Nabi beats it. Runs hard, and the throw was wayward as well, playing it in his favor. 6 runs already coming off the Mustafizur Rahman's over. Remember, he's got another 2 overs to bowl after this. Unfortunately for Bangladesh, they were a little short on resources today. Mahmudullah, who could be handy with the ball, unfortunately was not able to bowl. That forced the skipper to bring in Shomer Sarkar. Yeah, brilliant inning by Mahmudullah Ali on 98 to him.
Third man on the boundary, sweeper on the boundary, long off on the boundary. He drives it straight down the ground. He wants a run. He wants a run, and he will get it. 46 overs gone. 219 for 5 Afghanistan. Afghans have been resilient in the chase. The partner sets 41 of 49 between Gurbaz and Atal, providing a solid start. Then 100 of 114, a match-defining performance from Gurbaz and Omarzai. 31 of 35 between Nabi and Omarzai.
And how are you feeling, Devinder Kumar? I believe this is a very tense game. The tension is so thick, you can almost feel it through the screen. Crowd holding its breath, and comes Nahid Rana, who's been on the song today. 2 wickets to him for 30 runs. He's bowled with the raw pace, and he's bowled into the right areas. Got the wicket of Siddiqullah Atal early on to provide the first breakthrough, and sent Gulbadin Naib back into the dugout. This is the last over for Nahid Rana. Will Afghanistan batters just see him off? Can they afford to? Because they need 26 of 24, including this over. Will they want to score at least 6 of him?
This should be a pulse racing contest in this over. Launches it down the ground. Terrific ball striking from Nabi. It's gone for 4.
Wait a second, what a shot that is. What a start to the over this is. Did I hear anybody talking about Mohammad Nabi having problems with the pace? Watch it out. Look at this shot into the arc, and plays it beautifully with the full face off the bat. Very, very safe shot. No chance this can be cut out. You will see the expression on the face of everyone except for the coach, still with the poker face.
A rousing stroke from Nabi. 19 of 19 for Nabi. Straight to mid-wicket. Good cracking delivery within the stumps.
I think this is the way to go about it for Nahid Rana. He has to bowl Yorkers right on the money. If he errs in line, he will give runs, but what can you do? You got to take wickets to bring Bangladesh into this contest, because 22 of 22 with the required rate of 6 into the last 4 overs. It should be Afghanistan's game to lose from here, with Rashid Khan yet to come and bat.
Stroke to the offside along the carpet. A firm strike for a single.
Yeah, Nahid Rana looking for those Yorkers. He's bowled brilliantly. He's been really a great find for Bangladesh. There has been some rarity as far as he is concerned. Only started cricket at the age of 18, and he didn't come through that under-19 route, making it all the way into the national colours, playing on his debut, and what a game he's played today.
Changing has been tough at the Sharjah Cricket Stadium, with Afghanistan turning on the heat on the opposition. What's an offer? Deep square on the boundary. Full delivery. Wants a single, and will take it.
Yeah, so of that threatening over of Nahid Rana, not to take anything away from the experience of Mustafizur Rahman and the ever-delivering Shariful, who's bowled brilliantly for so long for Bangladesh, all eyes were on Nahid Rana for the pace that he produced today. Already 6 runs have been scored, and 2 more deliveries to be bowled. So only another 20 of 20 required, with 5 wickets in the bank.
A job in cricket so far. Powerful stroke from Nabi. That's a tremendous stroke from Nabi.
Shot of the evening from Mohammad Nabi. That is one of the signature areas for Mohammad Nabi. He usually plays his shot towards the cover. At times he plays him aerial, and at times he just drives him delicately. So elegant. Onto front foot and dispatched for 4.
Maintaining his shape, maintaining his head position. The Afghan fans are dancing in the aisles of Sharjah. Turning the ball away on the onside. Was it struck in front? Was that bouncing over the stumps? 47 overs gone. Afghanistan needs 16 to win from 18. Afghanistan on the verge of victory, 16 to win from 18, but the match is not over. Mustafizur into the attack, 2 for 14, 8 overs. He's a game changer. Slower bouncer. He's got a lot of variations up his sleeves. Got to be careful. They need to summon this cricketing smarts, the Afghans.
Yeah, I mean, Mustafizur has had a wonderful tournament. A wonderful series, I beg your pardon. Have I been saying tournament a few times? He's got very good slow cutters. Thing for Afghanistan is they know that they are only 3 shots away. 16 required, only 3 hits can do the job for them, so they need not to do anything silly here. Need not to just give any way into Bangladesh, because Bangladesh can come back. And this has been a very, very close contest.
Takes the edge, goes fine, 4 runs, not quite.
Good fielding down at the deep. I earlier saw Phil Simmons reacting when Shomer Sarkar was brought into the attack. An edge was produced. No slip fielder taken. This time around, this was flying into the flying slip region. Just that you cannot put fielders everywhere. The only limited number of fielders that you have on the field, and you can put them into certain areas. They have got a long off for Azmatullah Omarzai and a third man and an extra cover, deep extra cover, with the mid-wicket and with the square, deep square leg. Now, the fine leg fielder is inside the circle. Mohammad Nabi is one on the strike, 15 of 16.
The angle away, he likes to hit it over extra. Takes the edge. Wide of the man on the boundary at 3rd for 4.
Yeah, the crowd is absolutely loving it. Not what the Bangladesh fans will have loved watching. This was not where Mohammad Nabi intended to hit it, but who cares as long as you get the 4 runs for it. Mohammad Nabi getting one full, wanted to play towards the leg side, got a lead in edge, and the fielder at the deep third man, and finally reaction coming from the coach Jonathan Trott. Absolute pleasure seeing a boundary coming into play. Brings down the required run rate to under 4.5. Mohammad Nabi is cruising along Azmatullah Omarzai in this partnership of 46 of only 44 deliveries.
3 men on the boundary on the offside, pulls it majestically for 4. Into the single digit now.
Back-to-back boundaries. Now, wow, what a way to finish it off. You wait for the penultimate over. Mohammad Nabi has different thoughts. He want to finish it in the 48th over. Got one leading edge for a 4, and this time around one that was slower. Waited for it and pulled it nicely for a 4. Back-to-back boundaries, which means the 50-run partnership is up. The contribution of Mohammad Nabi has been significant in this of 32, and Omarzai giving the anchoring end with 17. Nicely negotiated for a single.
Brilliant innings this from Nabi, absorbing the pressure after losing a couple of wickets in quick succession. With a set better perishing in Gurbaz, then wicket of Gulbuddin Naib. The pressure was in Afghanistan to lose from a commanding position. Massive relief for Hashmatullah Shahidi. This has been really struggle in this tournament for Hashmat, but team matters. Omarzai on 64. Is he thinking about getting a boundary in this over? Solid in defense. 48 overs gone. Afghanistan needs 6 to win. Six to win for Afghanistan in 12 deliveries. This has been a tremendous chase already. On the verge of victory. Astonishing 100 from Gurbaz. Brilliant contribution from Omarzai. 64 of 76. Once again, Nabi with a significant contribution. Sorrowful into the tap. Wants a single. Will get there.
Yeah, he wanted to finish it off in style. And I think that is the way to go. You want to finish this in the penultimate over. Do not want to leave anything to the last over. You can't really tell what might just transpire. Playing it safe is the way to go. And can you believe it? Gurbaz has scored 100 today, but Mohammad Nabi is the highest scorer in this series. And what a way to say goodbye to the iconic Sharjah Cricket Stadium on your last ODI, possibly last ODI before the Champions Trophy. You never know. There might be another.
Launches it down 3. Amazing stroke from Azmatullah Omarzai. Afghan Atlants are amazing. This has been a scintillating come from behind series victory for Afghanistan. Winning back to back. 3 series victory here at the Sharjah Cricket Stadium. The supremacy continues to run high for Afghan Atlant as they win yet another series here at the Sharjah Cricket Stadium. They win by 5 wickets this encounter.
What a sensational finish this is. They have pulled off a stunning victory right at the brink, delivering a performance that'll be remembered for a very, very long time. As you rightly called it, the 3rd consecutive ODI series win for Afghanistan, beating Ireland 2-0, beating South Africa 2-1, and now beating Bangladesh 2-1. Afghanistan's highest successful chase versus Bangladesh have just been registered as well. In this game where every moment counted, they held their nerves and clinched it. This win is a testament to their resilience and belief.
Disappointment for Phil Simmons and Bangladesh. They posted a competitive total on a pitch where there was some help available for the spin bowlers. There was something for the fast bowlers as well. But this has been a resolute chase from Afghanistan. They've been absolutely fantastic in the chase. In the night when it mattered the most, they delivered another astonishing performance with bat in hand. They are a rising force in world cricket, Afghanistan cricket team. A relieved captain, Hashmat. Plenty of all-rounders. The future is bright for Afghanistan cricket. With a series against Zimbabwe to follow before the Champions Trophy, they will be one of the teams to look out for in the Champions Trophy. There was a lot of talk about their ability to chase and performing well under pressure. They have done admirably well to register a fantastic victory chasing here at the Sharjah Cricket Stadium. Allah Mohammad has been phenomenal, magical, taking 8 wickets. Rashid Khan has always been contributing for Afghanistan. Happy faces. A deserving victory for Afghanistan. Azmatullah Omarzai was scintillating with the bat in hand. 2 ducks in the first 2 matches and delivering when it mattered the most for Afghanistan cricket. Superb innings from Azmatullah Omarzai. They know how to finish the matches in style, the Afghan players. Lovely, top down the ground. registering a phenomenal victory for Afghanistan. It has to be 6. It was a 6 indeed. Jubilation, the pumping, the arms in delight. Outrageous celebrations across Afghanistan, here at Sharjah as well. It meant so much for Azmat. Congratulations to Azmatullah Omarzai. Congratulations to Afghanistan. A memorable series victory for Mohammad Nabi here at the Sharjah Cricket Stadium. Joyful celebrations, smiling faces. Afghanistan cricket has refreshed the world of cricket. We talk about the ODI format. We have injected new energy into the ODI format. Rashid Khan is smiling. Hashmat is smiling. Afghanistan, they're smiling all around the globe. What a terrific run chase from Afghanistan. A glorious 100 from Gurbaz. 101 of 120 deliveries. 70 unbeaten from Omarzai. Finishing the contest with a 6. Another valuable contribution from Mr. President Nabi. 34 of 27. And Afghanistan winning by 5 wickets. Partnership keyword, 100 of 114 between Gurbaz and Omarzai. An unbeaten partnership between Nabi and Omarzai, 58 of 49. Afghan Atlan, the victorious team tonight. 2 wickets for Nahid, a young sensation who bowls around 152 for 40, 2 for 50. Mustafizur, a bit expensive, 1 for 56 in 10 overs for Miraj. Nasoom was the pick of the bowler, none for 24 in 10 overs. Bangladesh winning the toss and batting first, posting a competitive total of 244 for 8. Mehmudullah missing out on 100, 98 of 98. Omarzai picking up 4 wickets for 37 in 7 overs. In response, a glorious 100 from Gurbaz, a sparkling 70 from Omarzai, and Afghanistan winning by 5 wickets to win this series by 2 matches to 1. We take a short break. We'll be back with more analysis and post-match presentation.
Well, it's been an absolute classic here at Sharjah. And that man, Azmatullah Omarzai, he's been the difference between the two sides. 4 for 37 with the ball, and the winning moment sealed fittingly with a 6 to end with 70 not out from just 77 deliveries as he guides Afghanistan home. And didn't he love every second of it? What a moment in what has been the most memorable 12 months you could imagine for Afghanistan. A semi-final of the T20 World Cup, an incredible ODI World Cup, and now series victories over Ireland, over South Africa, and also now over Bangladesh. It's been a cracking 3-match series. We've loved every single second of it. And to analyse the post-series action with me, Attar Ali Khan, Ahmed Fadai. Attar, no doubt disappointment on the Bangladesh end, but there must be a lot of pleasure being part of what has been such a fine series.
What a match, what a finishing off in style for Afghanistan. So first of all, congratulations to Afghanistan, commiserations to Bangladesh. But it was a cliffhanger, right? They kept us on the edge of our seats right from the word go. I thought if you look at Bangladesh innings when they started, 53 without loss, and they lost 4 wickets on the trot for 19 runs in the space of 39 balls, because I thought this pitch was good for 300. I thought this was really good pitch to bat on. But take nothing away from Afghanistan. What about Rahmanullah Gurbaz? Excellent 100, and then as you mentioned, Azmatullah Marzai was a treat to watch.
Yeah, 2 superstars. Ahmed, just more of the same for Afghanistan. Let's talk about Armatzai in particular and first. That is a true all-round performance today for him.
I think I'll give credit first of all to the coaching staff to believe in the playing 11. We earlier said that the fact that they have continued with the same playing 11 means that they have shown faith in them, and that is paid off absolutely. Azmatullah Omarzai has been the find for Afghanistan since 2023 World Cup, ever since he started batting at number 5. Yeah, he was not able to provide in the first 2 matches, but this time around he was up for the task in a very crucial match, hitting 5 sixes, changed the equation of the game. Kept his cool, ran hard between the wicket, turned ones into the twos, and when it was the ball in the arc, brought the team home.
I think it's about the partnership. One must not forget the fact that he was involved with the partnership at first with Rahmanullah Gurbaz, 100-run partnership, and then in the end with Mohammad Nabi. Yeah,
that partnership with Mohammad Nabi, he's so often the man who comes in and applies the finishing touches. Definitely in the mix, you suspect, for a Player of the Series award here alongside the likes of Gazanfer. He didn't get going at first, did he? He was 4 off 9 at one point, but Attar, the way he caught up, used all that experience.
Absolutely. I mean, that's what experience is all about. You absorb the pressure, and then you understand the fact that no matter who you're up against, if the pitch is good, then you can back yourself to play some big shots. He had someone like the other fellow who got the 77, Azmatullah Omarzai, but to be able to do that with the kind of experience to remain unbeaten, I think you got to take hats off for him.
Well, 34 off 27 for him to go alongside, 1 for 37 with the ball, including 2 maidens. But really, the chase was kicked off by Rahmanullah Gurbaz. Ahmed, he didn't show up so far in this series, did he? He was nowhere to be seen, and he's got a record, really one that you wouldn't be pleased with. Chasing, averaging only in the teens, turned that all around today with an epic century.
Absolutely. I mean, he has this thing against Bangladesh. Every time he scores a 50, he converts it into 100. This is the 3rd time I believe he's converting his 50 into 100 against Bangladesh. Once again, understands the value of his wicket, and he knows that if he stays there, he can win Afghanistan the matches. He's been the X factor Afghanistan has got, and Afghanistan has been winning matches on the back of his brilliant performance. And no wonder he's got 800s now in this age, joining the club with the likes of the legendary Sachin Tendulkar, Virat Kohli. This is not a small achievement to say. I mean, for Afghanistan, he scored the most number of hundreds.
Yeah, 12 boundaries, would you believe? 5 fours and 7 sixes in that innings. But it was that partnership, wasn't it, for the 4th wicket? They put on exactly 100, Gurbaz and Armatzai. The speed of it, though, that was in contrast to Mahmudullah and Mehdi Hassan Miraz's partnership. Did that end up being the difference between the sides then?
Yeah, it did, because if you look at the partnership of Bangladesh, they were struggling to 145. They added the brick partnership, but then one of them should have kicked on. Yes, Mahmudullah did his best when he ended up scoring 98, but what about this partnership? The all-important partnership, because you wanted to get into some sort of momentum, and once you get into some sort of momentum, you take the responsibility, and that's exactly what Rahmanullah Gurbaz did. What about the role from Azmatullah Omarzai? I think he played a brilliant role with the bat. When you have a partner from the other end to give you a little bit of support, then you're playing with your heart. You show your character, and that is beautifully done.
Yeah, here is the best of the partnership. It was an aggressive partnership, wasn't it, Ahmed? They went at it pretty much from ball one, almost the whole way throughout that 100 runs they put on. They were going at a run of ball.
See, that's the beauty of this partnership. They didn't allow for a lot of pressure to be built for the batters coming after them. They made sure that they keep the scoreboard ticking, and that's the key if you want to win matches. To win matches, you got to know what you are chasing, and you got to keep that required run rate at check, and that's exactly what they did. Of 100 balls, scoring 100 and hitting boundaries, putting pressure on the opposition, scoring quick runs between the wicket. They were really fast. So
Gents,
it was really good to see.
Please don't go anywhere too far. Going to hear more from you in a little while. Afghanistan, they absolutely love winning and they continue to do it. Let's get over now to Ramiz Raja for the post-series presentation.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for your presence. What a contest we just witnessed. Afghanistan is clearly on a roll. They won this series, and 3 in all in the last 3 times they've been pitted against the oppositions. That is terrific going, and this was some series as well. Bangladesh competed so well, but in the end, on the day, in the all-important contest, Afghanistan were over the line. We'd like to thank the sponsors to start the presentation ceremony: Etisalat, Walton, Super Cola, Marhaba Auctions, Tylox, Adina Perfume, and Roo for their valuable contributions. My pleasure to introduce the presentation party. Mr. Naseeb Khan is the Chief Executive Officer, ACB. Mr. Abdullah Jaber, Chief Commercial Officer, Etisalat, Afghanistan. Mr. Abdul Rahman Fida, Consul General of the Islamic Emirates, Afghanistan, Dubai. Mr. Kafatullah Nabikhel, Marcom, Director, Etisalat, Afghanistan. Mr. Sayyid Jamal Afghan, Audit Director, Etisalat, Afghanistan. Mr. J. Raj, Regional Manager, Marhaba Auctions. And Mr. Said Badsha, owner, Adina Perfume. May I first of all invite Rahmanullah Gurbaz to please receive the award for most sixes of the match. Check Afghani 50,000 from Mr. Said Badsha. Terrific hitting from Rahmanullah Gurbaz. May I invite J. Raj to please come forward and present Mahmudullah with the stylish player of the match. Check Afghani 50,000 award. Fought extremely hard, and what a knock he played. Rahmanullah Gurbaz, may I invite him again because he's the game changer of the match. Sohail Ahmed to present the award. May I now invite Azmatullah Umar Zai. He was the star attraction for this contest. He's the Player of the Match award winner as well. Sayyid Jamal Afghan to please present the award. And Mr. Naseeb Khan to present the match trophy. Brilliant all-round performance. Check to go with the trophy, please. Azmatullah, if you could have a quick chat with you. So let's start with the double ducks that you got in the first 2 matches, and you rose to the occasion in this all-important contest. What was going through your mind first when you came on to bowl because of a crunch situation, and then later when you batted?
Bismillah Rahman Rahim. First of all, I want to thanks from my dear Allah. Yeah, it was tough for me to, after 2 bad games, coming stronger. And I was positive, so hitting the ball where I can hit, and that's why I success.
I mean, it's a tough pitch to really navigate yourself as a batsman. We know that in that run chase, you were so calm and you had a plan. Obviously, the plan worked perfectly. What was the plan? Partnerships, looking after yourself, and then increasing the pressure on the opposition with some big shots. I mean, it was a combination of all.
Yeah, Gurbaz was there, so I was confident. If I miss a few balls, I don't care because Gurbaz can cover any time. So that's why I was in confident and taking much time and rotating strike. And whenever I get loose ball, then I finish for boundaries.
And what about your bowling? I mean, this pitch was supposed to be a heaven for spinners, but on you came, picked up 4 wickets. That was terrific going.
Yeah, wicket was slow, ball was sticking, so I used more variation, and I was speaking to Rashid, and he was saying to me, ball mix up, and that's why I go into my plan.
Yeah. I mean, change of pace, and obviously bowling in that phase of the game where it was critical for you to have a good time of it.
Yeah, Alhamdulillah, I success on that. So it was tough for me because I never bowled in the last overs. It was first time for me. So Alhamdulillah for everything.
And lastly, what does this mean to you, to your career, winning the all-important man of the match trophy in the all-important contest?
It mean a lot for me because it's my first man of the match. It's in 4-year career, I took my first man of the match in ODI. So Alhamdulillah, I'm really happy for that, and thanks for my dear Allah.
Plenty more, I'm sure. You're a great talent. Well done.
Thank you so much.
Right, Azmatullah Umarzai there running away with the show tonight. Right, we have the next award, which is Player of the Series award, Kafatullah Nabi Khail. May I invite him to please come forward and give it to Muhammad Nabi for his fantastic all-round performance. 129 runs, and to go with the wickets he picked up, and today played a critical role in this run chase. Abdul Rahman Fida to present the series Man of the Series trophy as well. And bit of chat also, Nabi. Is the young kid as talented as you are?
Yeah, he's love the cricket, yeah.
But this was such a great night for you. In fact, a great tournament. Well, they're saying that you're retiring from ODI cricket. May we just interest you in continuing for a little while more for Afghanistan? Because you look like an under-19 out there when you were running those quick singles.
Bismillah Rahman Rahim. Yeah, still in my mind from last World Cup, yeah, to retire. But we will qualify for the championship. That I think that we play one Champions Trophy, a little better for me.
Yeah. But you are part of a great dugout environment here because you've got some great new players coming through. What does Nabi do to the dugout environment? How can you contribute now from here till the Champions Trophy?
Yeah, just a small contribution from my side with the youngster will be a great inside in the ground, in the dugout will be more effective. During the game, most of the time I will speak with Ghaznaf or Nangyal to bowl with this variation, this kind of pitch. It's help a lot with the youngster here.
I mean, this series was a tremendous one for you. What happened? I mean, were you more determined because it's your last few months for Afghanistan? Did that sort of forced you or enthused you to play better than you've done in your career?
No, it's in the last series against South Africa, I didn't do well in the bat. Then I work harder before the series. That was my target to perform in this series. It's so great to perform for the team.
And lastly, this run chase, you were involved with Umarzai. I mean, what was going through your mind? What were you talking about? Was it about taking things easy and taking the game deep into the last part?
Yeah, just spoke with Umarzai that just watch just for single. Wicket is easy. Ball is quite coming really good for the bat. Just play straight and watch the ball. The boundary will become, yeah.
Okay. Do you bat or ball? Sir, do you bat or ball?
I bat and I keep.
You keep wickets? Well done, well done. Wicket-keeper batsman, one for the future. Thank you so much for your time. Okay. May I now invite Bangladesh captain to please come forward. Miraz to receive the... Would you like to collect the check first? Is there a check for the losing captain? No. Okay, fine. We'll just talk.
Oh, yes.
Tough match, tough gig. I mean, you put in a huge effort. And congrats to you because, I mean, you were inches away from your target, but not to be.
Yeah, definitely. It was a tough job. I think the boys played really well. Specialist, I mentioned that Riyad Bhai and me, I got partnership. So I got some wicket in the middle over. The problem is there.
What about the pitch? Were you expecting it to behave the way it behaved in that run chase scenario?
Yeah, definitely. We saw last two matches, wicket is spinning. That's why we going for batting. And after that, I think the wicket looks good. It's still we can bat still, and so dew is coming, so his ball is coming too easy. So definitely goes to credit them. They played really well, especially I mentioned that Gurbaz and also Omar Jai, they played really well, and we didn't get a wicket in the middle over. Definitely we should take some wicket in the middle over. Definitely we came back.
What about Naveed then? I mean, he's got pace, he's real potential for you.
Yeah, definitely. He's playing well.
Yeah, and things to take back home after this series, I mean, any pluses you feel that you've achieved here?
Yeah, definitely. I think we some achieved here because we played after a long time in Sharjah, especially in the ODI, and we came back. So we have a series coming forward like West Indies. Today we are going to West Indies, so we had the series. So definitely it's tough, everyone.
Enjoy the series, enjoy the beaches, and well tried today.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you. Thank you.
Bangladeshi skipper. And now may I call the Afghanistan skipper to please come forward. Winner team check, Afghani 500,000 to be presented by Abdul Jabir. And there's a trophy to go with it. Do you want to collect the trophy now or later? Let's talk and then you can go and collect the trophy. MashaAllah, well done.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Thank you very much. Very happy as a captain. The way my team performed, so proud of the team.
Yeah, I mean, so you had to go through so many moments in this contest because this was a do or die, it was a fresh pitch, you didn't know how it'll behave, you know, and then run chasing have been generally difficult here in Sharjah, but you somehow cracked the code, and so that's why it was such a good job done in the end.
Yeah, honestly, when we lost the toss, it was a little bit, disappointment because when you see the behavior of the second innings, the way ball swung and spin here is, batting is little bit difficult in the second innings, but the way our boys played and took responsibility and end up the innings like the way Azmat, Gurbaz and Nabi did was very good, and I'm proud of them.
Yeah. So there were three contributions, as you rightly mentioned. Gurbaz set up the show for you with his belligerent hitting. I mean, he's such a fearless competitor. I mean, that really set you on your way. And then obviously Azmatullah provided a bit of head, intent, and he sort of played the crunch moment so well in the end. It was Nabi also. But what about Gurbaz's knock? We have not talked a great deal about his century in this presentation. What do you make of it?
I think he's the match winner player, and whenever he scored runs, he did a lot for our team. So I'm very happy for him. He is very talented, and I hope he take that momentum to the next series and also to Champions Trophy. And credit goes to him also.
So 3 ODI series in your pocket. This is fantastic going by Afghanistan. I mean, how proud are you of your achievements and of the team?
I told you before also that I'm proud of them. The way we are playing right now is very good. Important thing is that if you see, everyone is performing in each and every game, different guys performing. So it's good for the team, and we will try our best to make our team more stronger in future games. And we have Zimbabwe next, so our target will be that, and then we make a strong team to Champions Trophy and win the series also, and go with the good momentum to Champions Trophy.
Fantastic, going well done once again. You can now go and collect the trophy also. Well done.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Right. The trophy to be given by Naseeb Khan, Abdullah Jabir and Mr. Fida. It's a proud moment for Afghanistan, captain Afghanistan cricket. They've got a great product and they're beating the best in the race. Today was a great competition for them, and they were over the line because everyone contributed and played the crunch moments so well. I'm sure you can go and join the team. They're all waiting for you. You can take the trophy with you, and so that ends our presentation as well.
Well, really glorious scenes these for Afghanistan. He's going to take a long and very slow walk over to his team. And And the celebrations begin here at Sharjah. It's more brilliance from Afghanistan. They have had the most incredible 12 months, probably the best in their history. Series victories this year over Ireland, over South Africa, and now 2 over Bangladesh. That coupled with that T20 World Cup semi-final and a fine ODI World Cup 12 months ago in India, where they so nearly went to the semi-finals. Well, future looking very, very bright indeed for Afghan cricket. And keep your eyes on that young man. He's just the latest in the production line. Ala Mohammed Ghazanfar, he's going to lift it up and get a big cheer from the Afghan fans who have stayed here. The champions yet again. Afghanistan taking this 3 ODI series by a margin of 2-1. Here was the tale of the tape between these two sides, very much on the rise. Afghanistan taking the win by 5 wickets and therefore taking the series. Great credit to Bangladesh, particularly Mahmudullah for that fine knock of 98. There was a 52 in his 100th ODI for Mehdi Hassan Miraz. But the stars of the show, they were in the blue of Afghanistan. Azmatullah Ahmadzai in particular, and also don't rule out that contribution from Mohammad Nabi at the end. Andrew Leonard here alongside Attar Ali Khan and Ahmed Fadai. A couple of things stood out from that presentation. Firstly, what an interview with Azmatullah Ahmadzai. Ahmed, he said it's the first player of the match he's ever won in an ODI. You could see how much that meant to him.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, being player of the match matters to any player, right? And then that too coming from a kind of position where you haven't been among the wickets. You haven't scored a single run for the first time in the ODI format. You are out a couple of times on duck. And I talked to him. I said, spend some time out in there. He said, do I even get a chance to spend time? Every time just come and go back. So it was the determination that he came in, played the knock that he's known for, playing at number 5 for Afghanistan, and rightly I believe he deserved to be the player of the match for the game today.
Yeah, I think there's no doubt about that, and certainly for me, I think what I was struck by as well was that Mohammad Nabi interview. You almost sensed, Attar, that there's maybe a lingering to kick on. Could he go to the 2027 50-over World Cup? I know he said he's going to retire after the Champions Trophy, but with his youngster in tow there, you just never know. He might be able to be tempted.
You never know. He will be tempted, but if he keeps on performing like this, I mean, it's all about performance. If you, as a player, if you perform, then it will be hard for the selectors, the team management, to not to pick him up. But I think just on Azmatullah Ahmadzai, first one man of the match, of player of the match award, many more to come. If he can go and what he did today with the bat and the ball. Absolutely brilliant, absolutely brilliant. You kind of feel sorry for Mahmudullah, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely. And there was certainly positives for Bangladesh throughout this match and indeed throughout this series. And one of the most experienced players on the pitch. He's become the oldest ever to make a 50 in ODI cricket for Bangladesh. Mahmudullah was outstanding today, Attar.
Yeah, 145 runs partnership with the skipper, Major Singh Raj. And he took his time. He could understood the fact that if he hangs it on, there will be runs to be scored. Some terrific hitting later when he got set. Remember, he had a back spasm. We all thought at that stage of the game that he might not be able to bat even. But he did that, showing a lot of courage, a lot of character, but not really good enough to be ending up to be on the winning note. But 98 in that frame of mind, I thought was brilliant.
Gents, just before I let you go, very quickly, Champions Trophy is in a few months' time. How do you think both sides will go? Just a quick word, Ahmed.
I think teams are preparing themselves nicely. Both teams are actually looking forward to playing a lot of cricket. Afghanistan going to Zimbabwe to play a long, tour it is, test matches, one days and T20s into it. They're even discussing with Bangladesh to do another series before the Champions Trophy. Nothing confirmed yet, of course, and looking forward to doing with West Indies. So a lot of cricket before the Champions Trophy.
Not a bad idea.
Preparation.
Not a bad idea that at all, given how good this 3-match series was. Attar, realistic semi-final chances for Bangladesh in the Champions Trophy?
Bangladesh would be hoping that they get their side because they're missing some key players due to some injuries. If they can get themselves 100%, you never know, because this is one of their strongest format.
Well, gents, I want to thank you both so much, and indeed every single one of you for watching. It's for me, Andrew Leonard, for all of my co-commentators, for Attar Ali Khan, for Ahmed Fadai, for Devendra Kumar, and indeed Brian Murgatroyd, who couldn't be here today, and Ramiz Raza. This has been a Firebird production for the Afghanistan Cricket Board. It's been an unforgettable series. Afghanistan, they are the champions, 2-win winners, and for me, it's good night. I'm ready when you are. I've got to keep Ajay happy. Well, this three-match ODI series has been outstanding thus far, and Bangladesh, they squared the series in the second ODI. It means it all comes down to this, the third and final one-day international on a magic Monday in Sharjah. Yeah, welcome to the highlights of what has been a really memorable series, and it all comes down to this third and final game. Very much little to pick between the two sides. The toss has been big in the first two games. Today it came down in favour of Bangladesh. They won the toss and they chose to have a bat first. No real surprise there. A new surface, and it looked like there was going to be plenty of runs in it. So let's get a look at the teams. There was two changes again for Bangladesh. One of those was enforced. Their captain, he unfortunately misses out due to a lower leg injury. That is Najmul Hussain Shanto, meaning that Mehdi Hassan Miraz captains his country